All right, good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound okay, if you don't mind hitting that number one. And if I sound good audio-wise, if you could hit that number one, that is always helpful. Greg, thank you. Hoover, Nam, Trucking, Garrett, HR, Southpaw, Richard, Brett. All right, thank you very much. Gentlemen, Maddie, thank you very much. All right, very quickly, for those of you that watch us in the archive, if you want to continue to have something to watch in the archive, then please help support the stream. Use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I use. I recommend Take Profit Trader. This is totally viewer supported. There's no sponsorships or anything like that. Maybe someday. But yeah, like I said, if you enjoy watching this in the archive and you want to continue to have something to watch in the archive, code CLAY with any of these prop firms, again, all caps, will give you whatever their current best deals are. So you save money, help support the stream, help ensure that you have something to watch in the archive. So for those of you archive watchers, I appreciate your consideration with this. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, March 31st. The year is 2026, the last day of March. And we have ourselves another, I don't know, kind of on par with how it's been for me at least. I've taken it very slow. I've been tiptoeing around, and I think that's been a good plan on my part. I think there's been a couple moments where I might have cooked an account, but yesterday a little bit more so. Yesterday I can say with full certainty, oh no, I would have cooked accounts. Today, I think it's still possible, maybe not as confident, but still tricky out there for me. But yeah, hopefully you guys are off to a good start here with your trading and everything, and hopefully you feel better about the markets than I do. But like I said, I'm just trying to be, after last week, I just want to be responsible. I don't want the wheels to totally fall off the bus or anything like that. And at the end of last week, especially if you're on Friday's live stream, it was feeling closer and closer to that maybe being the case. So yeah, my second time here, hope will be that funny like yesterday. Well, I make no promises to the funniness, but we'll see what happens. I'll try not to let you down. But how are all your days going so far? Green, red, terrible, great, fantastic, worst day ever, best day ever, passed an account, blew up an account. Where are your days at so far? Zimbabwe in the house, very cool. Tiny green, red. It's an okay day. Small green. Blew an account yesterday. Blew a test, but still holding the pro. Good job, Compton. Well, if you had to choose an account to blow, I'm assuming you choose to test blow the test account. So it happens. Part of the game. I think you might have missed. Did you miss a letter? I think that's a 3.5K. Did you miss the K, Philly? That makes a big difference. There we go. Okay. I was gonna say, hey, you know what? If you got a $3.50 payout, congrats, you got a payout. But there we go. The K. There we go. That makes more sense. I went from feeling like a genius to an idiot in less than a minute. I've been there. Hey, net knob. I've been there for sure. The market has a special talent of being able to do that. Blue funded last night. Bummer. On that pump, like a discount baboon. Was there a pump? I mean, there's so many pumps and just all sorts of random stuff. So, yeah, I guess I wasn't aware that there was one last night, but yeah, that seems kind of par for the course at this point in time. Good morning, Clay. Back to trying out futures again. Good, Brad. Glad to have you back in the world of futures. Been on a road taking profits every day. Yeah, you've been Compton. Yeah, we're kind of like opposite ends of the spectrum. I've been kind of just annoyed, struggling with the market, but yeah, you've been doing very well. All right, maybe a long down around here, especially based on the 5-minute here. Getting a good size pullback. We're coming down to this pivot point and the overnight high. So let's see if we can get some sort of bounce down around this area. Again, looking for a long down here. Let's see what we can cook up. Now, do I wait for confirmation or do I wait? I just try to, well, right there, bounced right off of the pivot point. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. This candle is about to be done moving around, though. So you can see the timer right there. When that hits 0, a new 2-minute candle will start to form. Okay, if it comes out, okay. Well, what I would like for it to do is come down and hit that pink line, and then I can throw a buy order up here. So step 1, go down and hit that pink line, which is the overnight high. Maybe a stupid requirement. Okay, there we go. Oh. Well, it went down and hit it, but then went a little bit below. All right, let's see. I'll keep my buy up there. Let's see if we can get a bounce up there for a long. So if that green line turns blue, I am long. Again, looking to get long there. Unless it just keeps on bleeding down. So trying to get some confirmation here. Five-minute looks nice. Doesn't want to come up and fill me, though. That is the question right now. And right now, it seems like it doesn't. Okay, I got about 30 seconds. Because, again, I'm watching this. All right, never mind. That is becoming too big of a risk profile. Okay, well. Back to the drawing board. Maybe something around here. For a long. Hey, good morning, Evil. Ooh, I like that because that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try a long at the. Well, it's you can't see it, but at the yellow line, I'm trying for a long. Maybe VWAP. Nah, I mean maybe, but that's also pretty far down. We have on the 5-minute, basically the 50-period simple moving average. So that's also kind of what is. You can't see this obviously on the 2-minute, but on the 5-minute, we have the 50-period simple moving average that I'm trying to potentially play a bounce up off of. Oh, wow. Oil just going straight up right now. This one, I think this is what is very triggering in this market. It's like it comes down and then it's barely budging, and then like is it going to just shoot down straight all of a sudden and then barely budge? That's what it seems like. It's going to all of a sudden just do this, and then boom, big red candle. So on that note, I'm gonna go down here a little bit more now. Watch it bounce right off the yellow line. All right, I would have been filled. Would have been filled. And that would have been, yeah, I'd probably be out there for a scalp to start the stream. We have a set of lows here. Yeah, that actually looks really good down there. So we have these lows here, and that corresponds beautifully to this pink line here, which is the 200-period simple moving average. So unless I try a long up here, it's maybe trying to consolidate out. I don't know. I feel like it's just, I don't know, this is a creepy feeling. Nobody's talking in the chat. The chat is like nothing. Nothing in the chat. I don't like this feeling at all. It feels like I got a bunch of creeps just sitting, I don't know, this is just weird right now. I'm not used to the chat being that dead. It's screwing with my mind. Thank you. Goodness. Bunch of weirdos. Like watching me through the bushes or something. Good grief. Everyone too far. Yeah, no. I mean, it is pretty intense right now. We are trying to catch a knife, so I get it. I get it. But it's just like, why is nobody saying anything? Why? All right, here we go. Maybe. Looking for a long at the green line. I'm trying to catch a knife. Now, I would never call this a random knife catch. I think there's some logic here, but it is still a knife catch nonetheless. Oh, come on. Don't get that close and then not film me. I've been a patient little boy. Sell full margin, sir. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Good suggestion. As soon as you move out of your mom's basement, I'll go full margin, sir. Okay? Is that a deal? You let me know when you move out, and then I'm going to go full margin. See, I don't like this now. It's a failed bounce. So I think I have to go down to VWAP at this point now. Which is what Hoover said way back when. And I was like, I don't know. VWAP's kind of far. Well, look where I've ended up. Again, I don't like getting long here now because now technically I'd be buying after a failed bounce up. I don't want to do that. So I want to give it a little bit more wiggle room. Yeah, and then, what was that? And then Puff Daddy took that song and turned it into that famous one. What makes you think that I truly do think that you're in your mom's basement? Could that also possibly have been a joke? Let me ask you that. There you go. The ball is back in your court. Do I hear storms out there? I don't think it's supposed to rain. Maybe it's just wind I hear. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'm just. Oh yeah, I'm definitely hearing stuff. Not a rain. Never mind. Let's just be some wind. With the way things have been going, I'll move back into my mom's basement. Yeah. No. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'm going to give my mom a call after this. Mommy, can I bring the family? So, all right. Well, that at least makes me feel a little better. At least it didn't even hit that pink line. So, I mean, it's not like I missed. It came very close and then bounced. Yeah, so gold right now is just, I'm not, sorry, not gold, but oil grinding. What is gold actually up to? Oh, it's got the pullback here. All right, I am bearish on this bounce. I mean, this seems like this is some sort of established downwards move. Granted, I know it still is above the VWAP and above the 200 period moving average, but By the way, for the record, if you are living in your parents' basement, but you're working a couple of jobs, you're out there hustling and grinding, and your literal logic is, I'm just, a penny saved is a penny earned. And sure, my parents are maybe charging me a couple $100, but I'd rather pay a couple $100 of rent versus $1,000 of rent so that I can accomplish goal XYZ. There is zero shame in that. In fact, I'd be like, props to you. Props to you. So, even like everything, context matters. Living in your parents' basement, context matters. Now, obviously, if you're just, I think you guys can put together the pieces of the puzzle where maybe it's like, that's where it becomes like, yeah, that's kind of pathetic, but it's not a universal thing. So I am not completely anti living in your parents' basement. I can see it. If it's a means to an end, then so be it. All right, maybe a short here. Okay, looking to get short at the red line. Correct. That would be a bit of context where that would be fine. All right, trying to get short at the red line. Hello, Clay. I've been watching your YouTube videos for years. Just signed up for a prop account. Well, Mark, glad that it was just... Okay, can't talk, Mark. I am now short. Let's see if it does want to get rejected off of this area. Just looking for the overnight high and the pivot point here to behave as a resistance. And why act as resistance? And maybe this was just a Spazzy McGee move up. I have my stop loss up there now. So there we go. Let's see if this thing wants to come back down. There's my stop. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Mark, everybody blows prop accounts. The way I look at it, every account you have is just the trade itself. What is the stop loss of that trade? Because any responsible trade is going to have a stop loss with the cost associated. What is the cost of making this trade, right? That's what a stop loss is, because if you're wrong, that's how much you're losing. Therefore, that is your potential cost. So the cost of a trade in the world of prop firms, if you just look at each account itself as a trade, is, well, how much did you spend on that account? So if you spend $100, there you go. That is your stop loss on that trade. Wow, what in the world? Look at this. It's frozen. Hello? Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, that's okay then. Beautiful candle here. Beautiful candle. Come on. Come on, beautiful candle. Come down and hit me. Hit those first couple of targets. Could not ask for a better looking candle right now. Right off that 21 EMA. It did actually go green for a moment. Well, good, Mark. I'm glad that helped. I am short. Trying to see if this... I'm about to get stopped out, and I am about as close to getting stopped out as you can get. I sort of want to add if it actually comes back down, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like I can do much right in this market right now, so I'm not sure adding is the right decision here. And it's froze up again a little bit, I can tell. So trader rate's getting a little goofy. But hey, I mean, what does it matter? Just go red, 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 and I guess now we'll just go green, 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 straight back up. I mean, okay. Stupid me. And I am... just stop me out at this point. Thank you. This, yeah. Again, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this market. I mean, I didn't chase the short down. I waited for it to bounce up to, a couple of key areas that maybe kind of sort of should have acted as resistance. No, didn't really care. As now it's just going grinding straight back up. So, I don't know. If you've been a member, if you've watched the live stream for any significant amount of time, you've seen me take these trades before. You're like, oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, okay. Like if you're a short biased and something like this happens where it goes straight down, and pulls off the V shape, you're gonna have losing trades, and that's, I don't know. That's true. I did wake up this morning, so it is a green day. So my 25K, if I have my stop and I have to draw, I would be risking $45 of my own dollars. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Nas. I'm sorry. I can't. I don't like the big math problems on the live stream where I'm trying to talk, think. I guess I'm glad I got stopped out, but goodness. Now, let me be very clear. I'm not saying that like prices can't pull back and then, recover back upwards. That's not really my complaint. But when it just goes like this and then literally just straight back up, just all green candles all of a sudden, like even if this would have come up here and, okay, let's come up here and let's do something like this and let's come up here and do something like this, even if it, like, okay, at least what I'm trying to do, I still have, opportunity at some profit during those pullbacks. But like it's just straight back up green. Those Trump, oh yeah. No, as I've said, Trump is, I think, one of the best salesmen for prop accounts, which is why I think if you're trading really anything, but definitely futures with as fast as futures can move, if you're trading futures, with your own cash, even before, the Iran stuff happened, like, I don't know, that's good. For me, that's very spooky because you're right, Rookie. All it takes is one tweet and, things can get haywire. Hey, Bob Black Sheep. I think the Algos have changed the game. Well, no, I don't think that. I don't think the Algos have just all of a sudden changed in the past 2 weeks. What I do think has changed over the past few weeks is a war broke out. So there's just a lot of uncertainty. That's what I think has changed. But no, I don't think that all of a sudden the math quants decided to change everything within the last week. To be fair, I don't have any data that's not the case, but I don't. That'd be a pretty big coincidence. Like, oh, I guess the algorithm changed just at the same time of a war. Like, no, I just think the war is going on. Yeah, no, I think sounds like you and I put a little too much more emphasis on the algorithms. Because again, algorithms take money behind them. Like, algorithms just don't get to do whatever they want. Like, it does take capital. So then that's where we have back to the question of, does a big bank control the market? Well, that depends on how you define control. But the way some people think it means, yeah, no. Today you will make a lot of money. I don't know about that one. But thank you. Well, I think, yeah, but that's nothing new. As long as I can remember, it's always been a question: how does the chart react that fast to news? And this is back from when I got started, back in 2006. Like, I'm pretty sure it was algorithms back then too. So, I mean, algorithms are actually nothing different. I mean, I still remember during, the financial meltdown, which is kind of like when I was first getting into the market during the 2008 financial meltdown. Like, there'd be news and, like, just instantaneously, like, or even the speeches and announcements, like, instantaneously, like. So, from that regard, I mean, there's always been things that, like, it's like, how did a human, like, do that so quickly? They're just more advanced now? I don't know about that. Maybe more advanced, but I mean, from a practical point of view, yeah, algorithms, the things, those are what all of a sudden, like, a news comes out and a half second later, the price is already responding. Has the algorithm even read the news? I have no idea how any of that works. I'm not going to pretend that I know how that works. But I mean, for our sake as traders, yes, algorithms, like those new spikes have I don't know about have always been around, but have always been around as far as, since I got in the markets back in 2006-ish. But Clay, don't big banks create money out of thin air? The Fed, and now my Tradovate just unlogged out. Yeah, Tradovate I think having a couple issues today. Today is the day I make a new rule for no trading from 7 a.m. Yeah, we'll have to see how that data works out for you. All right, so at least we finally got a red candle here. It just happened a little bit later than I needed it to. I really like the candle here that's formed on the 5-minute. Do we get a reject? See, look at this. It's frozen. It's frozen. Why is that not? Where's my crosshair? Look, no crosshair. Look at that. Where is it? Hello? Do you see how it's got the eye? Where's my crosshair? See how I can't? Yeah, at least there. Finally, there's a. Okay. So, anybody else having these issues, or it's just me? I don't know. Is it my internet? I don't think it's my internet. Anybody else having these issues with Tradovate? Okay, it's frozen on you 3 times today. Gotcha. Okay. No, okay, well. Web version fine. Yes, I left them because of it. No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about today, Tim. Today. Oh, Tim, we're having a rough one today, buddy. I'm not asking in general. I'm asking like what we just witnessed. What we just witnessed. Is anybody having issues in regards to that? Not in general. Just that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Mine's good, but now logged me out earlier. I have been having freezing issues as well with Tradovate. Okay, yeah. So I guess if I get stuck in a frozen one, it's nobody's fault but my own. It's nobody's fault but my own. I do have Tradovate still today. Wait, what? Did I misread what you said earlier then? If so, I apologize. Yes, I left them because of that. Okay, well then you didn't leave them, did you? If you still have one account with them, then you did not leave them. Oh, Tim. Tim, did you start to hang around new friends? I think Tim started hanging around new friends. Tim, if these new friends are like, hey, Tim, come here. Do you see these paint cans? Let's sniff them. I want you to find new friends. I want you to find new friends, brother. Those are not the people you should be hanging around with, okay? Something's changed with you. This is not the Tim I know. So I don't know why you ventured out to find new friends, but again, these are not the friends you want to be hanging out around with, brother. I don't know, Monk. I have no idea. So okay, I mean, on the 5-minute, this is just this is not any sort of confidence inducing at all. That candle right there, beautiful from the short side. And then what has followed, and not to mention, this happens right at the 21 EMA, but what happens right afterwards, just like it doesn't even matter. Like, who cares? Let's just go straight up with a big green. Like, what? Okay. Okay. I have no friends now. I'm kicked them out of the basement. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, hopefully mom lets him back in the basement. I shorted it and stopped. Yeah, I'm not. I completely see why you might short that, Neil. I don't know. I'm tempted to just be like, okay, I want to get long right now, so let's get short. Or I want to get short right now, so let's get long. That's the type of day. I don't know. That's just the type of market it feels like right now. New high day incoming. My crystal ball said so. All right. Yeah, I'm just giving Tim a hard time. He's a regular around here these days, so I know he can take it. I'm just busting his chops. If you weren't streaming, would you stop trading early? Oh, yeah, I'd be done by now for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, before I accidentally started the live stream, I was always done at latest 11 a.m. Yep. And that's not, I literally accidentally started. If you go back in the streaming archive, just go back to the first episode, you'll see what I mean. Like, I was just clicking buttons like, oh, that's how people go live. Okay, well, what happens because I'm old, right? I'm an old dude. And I'd always see the live streams. I'm like, okay, how do people actually go live? So, long story short, I clicked the button that sent me live, and I went live, and I want to say pretty quickly. There's like 20, 30 people that were just here. And then, yeah, you can watch it, and the rest is history. But yes, I normally would be done by this point. Thankfully, though, in the futures market, because futures are awesome, there is still opportunity to make money and trade and stuff like that. But yeah, especially days like this, I would not be here. But well, then why are you trading? Well, that's where I've been saying, and I've always said, there is also the business component to the live stream where it makes sense for me to be here, and at the end, it is fun. It is fun. So like, in my mind, it's cool to. I don't know. I'm sure there's some of you here. This morning, somebody's like, "Hello from Zimbabwe." Like, I'm literally hanging out with somebody that lives in Zimbabwe. Like, that's wild. And 99% of you are like cool, normal people. So it is fun. But as I've always said, given I have responsibilities in my real life, with my family, like I can't just, like I do have to be wise with my time. So there is also the business aspect. So there's the trading, there's the business aspect, and then there's the fun aspect, which I'm trying to balance. But yes, if there was no business aspect or fun aspect, then yeah, I would not be trading right now. I'd be done for the day. Yeah, like somebody's in Florida, Ronnie's in Missouri. LaForte speaking some truth. Trading is hard. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now I just got logged. Yeah, my trade of 8 is on the struggle bus. I'm logged out right now. Notice how nothing's moving. Nothing's moving. Still nothing's moving. And now, all right, now it just went white. Let's see. These ones over here are still moving. All right, let me get logged back in here then. So we are on the struggle bus from all different angles right now. Holy smokes. So let me get logged back in. I will keep trading, I think, if there's setups, but let the record show if I get cooked. It is my own. Well, if it just becomes blatantly like terrible, then no, I will not trade. I think this happened yesterday too, the white screen. Come on. There we go. Good. All right, we are back in business, I think. Smash, take profit on a yes. First day back on the charts, close at. Well, good job. You are having a navigating the markets way better than I am. I blew 2 accounts today. Yeah, mine did. Yeah, that's one of those things where I would say yesterday was definitely a day where, like, if you didn't blow any accounts, you were the exception, not the rule. Again, I don't know if today is quite as nasty as yesterday was, but today's, for me, not very ideal. Hey, JP. All right, let's see. No trading for Jim. Jocko's talking about the solar system, I think. All right, maybe try a bounce here off the 21 EMA. Guess I was too slow. Yesterday was a little better, but not much for me. Yeah, I mean, we're talking pretty close quarters of comparison here. I don't know why I'm buying this pullback. As you guys know, pullbacks are not the strong suit. I'm waiting for the price to come down to the 300 area. No. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe go take a nap. Who knows? Maybe it'll be down there in the next 7 minutes. Yeah, I use OBS. Okay, I might try. Yeah. All right, I'm going to try a long right here. See if we can get the bounce off the 21 EMA. So if that green line turns blue, I am in, and I am in. So let's see if we can get a bit of a bounce here. All right. Go. Oh, crap. Okay, out. What? Oh, my trade. All right. Okay, Tradeovate. I don't even. Watch it. See, these are the things where when the stars start to align, and it just, if this thing now just goes straight up, I will be a mental battle. I'll put it that way, because I think I did the responsible thing. You guys literally just saw my platform, logged out for a second, and then logged back in. So I'm like, all right, I better just get out. So that is the only reason why I got out. So now if this thing goes beautiful. Like I said, I think you guys connect the dots on why that would send me into a mental battle. And of course, are you sure it's not your display? I don't know what that means. I don't know what my display. I don't know what that means. I'm not a tech person. And no, I don't think so, because there are other people saying they're having an issue with Tradeovate today. Tradeovate has been great, by the way. What was it, like a month and a half ago, a couple months? It went through a stretch where it was bad. I think there was something going on behind the scenes. They must have been fixing. I don't know what, but it has been doing fine. But yeah, yesterday I had just that one time where the screen went white. But today, yeah, as we're witnessing, not so good. You got to be kidding me. Now it's see. I mean, I swear sometimes it's like the market's like, okay, it's Clay's turn. We're going to try to tilt him and send him to the insane asylum. Whether that is just through market action or sprinkling in some broker issues or whatever. Was it February? Okay, yeah. Megaphone pattern forming. I've heard of that one. I have no idea. Like, I don't understand about it, so I'm not even going to pretend like... I'm not even going to try to draw it, but I have heard of the megaphone pattern. Hey, good morning, Hassan. I will be a fairly untraceable day within the range. I will be a fairly untraceable day within the range. I think soon as I place a trade, I scare it to the... Yeah, I know how that goes. No, I think you meant... I'm assuming you mean it will be, not I will be. Multiple times I had super delayed orders, and then they would fill at once, put me in a huge... Yeah. I remember, yeah, Brian, it got real sketchy. It, of course. Well, Neil, you never know with you. You never know. A lazy Kupatan. I don't know what I just said, but they said it in Home Alone. So if I just said something mean to you, Hassan, I didn't mean to. I just quoted a line from Home Alone, because that's the only French I speak. Right, because I think that proves our thesis yesterday. Like, nobody believes Trump about anything right now, right? I think Trump could also come out and say, the war is over, Iran has agreed to it. And I don't think the market would budge. I mean, maybe it would budge a little bit, but I think the market would wait for Iran to be like, no, that's confirmed. That's why I also think, yeah, we're on the verge of boots on the ground, but I think the market's like, yeah, no, I don't really think that's, I have no idea if that's actually the case, right? So, like, it's going both ways. Like, I think Trump is just out of his cards. Like, he can say whatever, and the market's like, yeah, I don't know what to believe anymore, because you just keep saying stuff. So I think that would be the explanation there. Because I agree. You would think, man, we're getting this close to boots on the ground. How is the market basically just holding up? Well, I think that's just because, well, the market doesn't, like maybe. Just like if he would have said the war's over, I mean, maybe. At least that is my working thesis. He's kind of burnt all bridges right now of credibility as far as the market's concerned. So it just doesn't know what to think. And I also think that is why the market is kind of challenging right now, because there's so many unknowns. Maybe the big money is equivalent in short positions. Maybe. I don't know. Can make AI transduction on stream live. Oh, maybe you're asking about like AI translation, maybe is what you're trying to say. Yeah, I have no idea how that would work. Yeah, I see the 5-minute over there, Neil. I'm watching it. I see it, brother. I know you're human and don't know everything, but what was said for the markets to act this way? I think there's just so many unknowns out there. Like, the market can't quite seem to make up its mind, and I think that's just a reflection of just the general sentiment. Like, nobody actually knows what's going on. Which, to be fair to both sides, like, it is like a big war. Like, deception is part of it. Propaganda is part of it. Like, that is part of war. Like, it's not just bullets. There's like all sorts of psychological. So, I mean, I think that just comes with it. Like, nobody actually knows because, well, part of it is like the design to not know, right? Deception is part of battle. So which makes me laugh. Again, I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I'm as tired of it as everybody else. And I mean, well, Trump says system doesn't happen. It's like, well, let's just put what is the context again? The overall, the context. Like if you, and I would say this for Biden or for anybody, like if you expect a politician to be out there and like literally announce everything truthfully, it's like, well, I'm not sure if that's the best way to go about the context of a battle. Like, given that, let me put it this way. If a politician has to lie in order to save human lives, I'm okay with that lie. That's fine. I'm not going to crucify the guy. Liar, liar, liar. Because I'm objective enough to be like, okay, yeah, that's true. It was a lie, but let's all just take off our red or blue hats or, let's stop being moronic baboons and let's just try to think charitably and try to think critically about all this. So, but I will also say that I will be the first to admit I am beyond annoyed to hear about how Iran no longer has a navy, and then I hear about something that would require Iran to have a navy to do. Like that one, it's like, all right, Trump, dude, you got to stop telling us that Iran does not have a navy, because they clearly still do, brother. But yeah, early on, if there was some sort of like psychological, something that benefited and saved human lives to say that there was no navy, even if there was one, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to be upset that I got lied to. Listen, at the end of the day, both sides lied to us, okay? Both sides are like, there's no, we're not raising taxes. And then they print money. That's where inflation comes in, right? And that's why inflation is a politician's favorite way to raise taxes, right? Because they can just say, the only politicians out there that are being honest with you are ones that are saying this. We're either going to raise taxes because we have to pay for whatever this XYZ is, or we have to cut spending. But politicians never do either of those, right? Because they know, well, we don't really have to. As long as we have the money printer, we'll just print money. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, the government doesn't really borrow from anybody. I mean, they do in a sense, but at the end of the day, it's just money printing. But I hear you. But anyways, so I don't know. Anyway, back to the why is the market behaving like this? Because we're in the middle of a whole lot of unknowns. A whole lot of unknowns, and the market does not like uncertainty, just like none of us like uncertainty. Oh, the conversations you have while you're waiting for the price to actually do something. Oh, I totally forgot the reminder. But yeah, if you don't mind hitting that like button, if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, and you've been here before, here is your reminder. Hit that like button if you have not yet. If you've never been here before, welcome. Fantastic to have you. No need to hit the like button because I understand you have no idea if you're going to actually enjoy. But yeah, if you have been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, please hit that like button. It helps. It helps. Thank you. Thank you. I will say this helps. That helped with my mental quite a bit. Yeah, I still sacrificed some gains on that, but it wouldn't have been anything huge. So I'm really glad that. So if you were not here, I got in here long, right around here. It started to go up, and then I got, like, my platform kind of glitched out a little bit, so I hopped out. Whoa, hey, somebody, all right, here we go. Somebody said something. Or there's a tweet. 65 up to, yeah, that was about a 40-point move. All right, I'll stand corrected. The volume is actually not anything crazy, unless the platform's glitching out, and this is actually a way bigger volume bar. So maybe never mind then. All right, Javier. So what do you think of futures? You like them? What did you trade before futures? Hey, TA, good to have you back. Yeah, we had somebody yesterday that was like, dude, I used to watch you when I was 16. I'm 23 now. I'm like, holy smokes, I'm getting old. But yeah, I mean, I've been on YouTube for many years now. So yeah. Oh, that's I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Dude, I used to watch you before I hit puberty. And now I have 7 kids, man. It's like, oh, good grief, I've been on here for a while. So what do you think, Javier? Futures are way better than options, aren't they? Anyone sell USDT? What is USDT? Is that one of the stable coins? All right, yeah, yeah, that fooled me. That thing got moving. I was like, okay, never mind. Just checking out my platform right now. That was instant. Okay, that was instant. That was instant. All right, I think no other logouts, so I think we're good now. Or at least I hope. I used to trade options with your info. Yeah, it makes a big difference and not have to deal with theta. Yeah. Yeah, which why, if any of you are here and you are a day trader of options, I'm telling you right now, you are making your life harder than it needs to be. Because not only do futures move better, futures, while they are still contracts, so as an options trader, you're already used to trading contracts, but the cool thing about futures contracts is they do not have theta. So that is, I would say, the biggest sales pitch I could give you on why day trading futures through a prop firm is better, because of no theta. Now, if you're a day trader of options and you're like, well, what's theta? That is such a massive red flag. I cannot tell you how big of a red flag that is. Like, you should definitely not be trading options. Because Cody, I've never been a great afternoon trader. The only reason why I'm trading in the afternoon is for the live stream. So it's just a function of kind of me putting my ego aside, realizing this time of day has never been a strong suit. But I have also learned. So this is, again, we have all the conflictions. We have, this is fun, this being the live stream. Then we have trading, and then we have business. So I want to grow the live stream. That's the business aspect. And I know I've learned that you guys like to see me trade live. But I'm actually not a very good trader at this point in time of the day. So it's like, okay, well, how do I do that? And that's where futures are actually really nice too, because they have the micro contracts. So that is why, though. I mean, if you've watched any of my YouTube videos over the years, the live trading ones before I got into futures, I've called it the be done in 30 approach. But the 90-minute mark, because 90 minutes still puts you at 11 a.m. Eastern, that I try to be done by. So I do not copy trade. Oh, I am team take profit trader. I think they're the best in the business. Just because, well, I mean, for beginners, the reason being very clean set of rules. And then not only for beginners, but for the experienced ones. Let me put it this way. I've never heard somebody that's experienced with other prop firms give take profit trader a try, get to the payout phase, and then complain about daily payouts. I've never had anybody complain about the ability to take payouts every single day. In fact, Ty, I don't know if Ty's here right now, but like yesterday, Ty was like, he's on a 12-day streak of payouts, which other prop firms, you can't do that because they don't have the daily payouts. So yes, I am. No, I don't have anything against Apex. If you like Apex, I have a code Clay for Apex too. But yeah, for me, I think Take Profit Trader is the king of the business, and that's why I recommend. But like I said, I do also understand some of you are building empires. You want to get up to copy trading 40 accounts at once, and with Take Profit Trader, you can only have up to 5 accounts. So yeah, you'd have to technically, get other prop firms. But yeah, so probably a little bit more of what you were wanting, but. There you go. That's my answer. That's my answer, brother. I'm wondering if I want a long here. Try to play. Right now, the 21 EMA does seem to be holding strong. So I am long now. Please don't dump right through the 21 EMA as soon as I buy. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Like the market is just like, screw this guy. I couldn't. I don't think anybody would believe me if this was not happening right before your very own eyes. I was just trying to kind of trade like a little mini bull flag. Manny like said, oh, that's nice. It's respecting the 21 EMA. I buy, and you saw it. 7 seconds later, it's down below there. Let's see if it can recover back up. What is it? Yeah, okay. I just unloaded it. Okay, yeah, I'm having issues again. Look, my crosshair is not moving. Hello? Can I even press these buttons if I wanted to? No. Look at this. Oh, okay. That was my fault. That was my fault. That was an annotation thing. That was okay. That was my fault on that. And I'm long. Let's see if it wants to make another push. That's more of kind of a curiosity thing for me. But I think if we can get up through there, that could be good. If all my longs have been shorts, my shorts have been long. Okay, I appreciate some of you. Not some of you. I appreciate you guys letting me know. Like, yeah, no, Clay, you're not alone. Like, it seems like the same thing for me too. Like, all right, I got to get out. It's breaking through that low. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is I've been live streaming now, what, about 14 months? This is like this is the trough. Like we are at, the trough has never been this low before. We've had some rough days. But then the next day usually I kind of get back in the groove. But this one is like this is about day 3 of it now. Started on Friday. The only thing I've done smart is now Friday I did cook accounts, but like to think that as of right now, going on day 2 of just terrible trading, I've not cooked any accounts. I'm proud of myself. Like I've not lost my mind in the sense of I started to cook through a bunch of accounts. So still 0 cooked accounts since Monday, but the trading has just not been there. It's been perfect V-shapes on ES bouncing from one Ivy level. Well, Cody, if it's this clean, I'd love for you to call out a trade plan ahead of time so that we can all make money from this clean action. Help a brother out. So if you don't mind, give me an entry point, a stop loss, and a target. If you could give us these three numbers ahead of time, that would all help us visualize how clean you see this action. Are you able to do that, Cody? Because clearly it's not clean for me. Just get the IB levels. It's very simple. Okay, Cody, well, if it's that simple, then sure enough, it's simple for you to give us all three numbers. Could you give us those three numbers? Could you give us where your entry is going to be, where your stop is going to be, and where your target? Isn't that amazing how that works? Isn't that amazing? You ask somebody for some actual numbers, aka define your terms, and then they can't do it. Now they just started calling people stupid. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? I don't know. It's almost like just saying stuff is easy, but then having to define your terms is where the rubber hits the road, and then people just start name calling. Crazy. Crazy how that works. It would be again, Cody, it's not that hard. To be fair to you, Cody, maybe say, well, Clay, I need to first wait for confirmation. Okay, it's not hard. As soon as you get in, then let us know. Hey, I just got in at this price. My stop is here, my target is here. You can do that. There's no reason why you could not do that, Cody, unless you're actually just running your mouth and don't know what you're doing. Amazing though. Man, this stuff is so clean. Okay, well, can you help? No, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna map out any numbers. And then it's just a diarrhea of excuses of why they can't just give us numbers. My trades are under 2 minutes. That doesn't, 2 minutes is a long time. What are you talking about? Oh, the extent people go to not have to give numbers to prove anything. You're fun to trigger. It's too easy. Well, you know what? I may be a little triggered, but I'm not the one that's looking like a clown. Clown! I don't know. Is Cody like the guy from yesterday that's under a new name? I don't know. No, I don't think so. Is he no, I think he's just calling me stupid, I think. Well, let me put it this way. Anybody that is struggling, I think he's calling stupid because he said it's clean. But he did also just admit that he's just trolling and trying to trigger. So, I mean, I'll give him credit there. At least he admitted his intentions. He's just trying to trigger people. So that's fine. I think Cody's a politician. No, I think Cody does not have much of a life. Like, and maybe this is you. Like, if you are somebody that you find entertainment, I mean, I know Cody's not going to have a honest discussion back and forth, but like, if you're somebody that's here and you find like you're like, no, I think it's hilarious to like run around the internet and try to trigger people. But like, why? Like, why is that the case? And I'm asking out of genuine curiosity. Like, why though? And maybe none of you fit that profile. But like, I mean, Cody does, but we know Cody's not going to actually explain. But like, I've never gotten the allure to like running. Like, I don't know. It just seems like I could find better things to do with my time than run around the internet and try to trigger people. But some people apparently find that to be fun. But like, why? Like, what about it makes that fun? No, I'm not asking like your theory. I'm asking if any of you here do it, like why? Like I'm assuming, Cody, you don't do it. You're just guessing to boost ego. Or are you saying you do it, Cody, and the reason you do it is to boost your own ego? Ouch. Ouch. Hey, thanks, Joe. Jay. Hey, good morning, River Rock. Cody is rude because he is. Cody's a girl's name? I don't know if I've ever met a girl named Cody. I'm guessing Cody was bullied in school, and this. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe there is something like that. Like these are people that were bullied, and now this is a way for them to like lash out because they know there's no risk since they get to hide behind a screen. That there might be something to that, Southpaw. We need a psychologist again. We need a psych. I'm very fast. Like, what is the psychological nature of like a Cody? Like, why? I don't know. It's an interesting discussion. Why do some people find enjoyment out of triggering others? I don't know. They need the dopamine. Yeah, I get that, but like, why? Like, why do they need that? Anyways, Cody is gone. Clearly has no idea what he's doing. Just trolling around. If you believe that, no, again, I could see Cody being up $2,000, but he reminds me of like the GME guys, the apes. For those of you that are around during the pot stock boom, like all those guys that were making money. Of course, they had no idea what they were doing, but they made money and they were just running around acting so arrogant. So yeah, I'm not. I could see Cody being up 2,000, but like, yeah, his time is coming. His time is coming. Just the loss. So, oh no, it's totally sad. It's very sad. Like the Codys of the world, there's something going on somewhere in their life or their mind that actually makes it sad. Like there's some like to find fulfillment in that regard. There's some there. I agree. Like all kidding aside, there's just something off somewhere that does make it sad. Well, there's the break up through there. So if I buy it, that means that this is a fake breakout. At this point, this is a fake breakout if I buy, but if I short it, I think it's a true breakout. So depending on what I do, fade my trade here. I'm thinking this might be a breakout. So which means we're probably about to fail. Okay, I'm in. So get short, everybody. Dude, I swear, if this thing rolls over, I don't know. I might have to be, I don't know. Yeah. Yes, I am long biased right now. I'm trying to play some continuation of this trendline breakout. It's broken out, it's pulled back, and it's not like it. Sometimes you'll have a breakout and then it's straight back down, but it hasn't done that. Of course, it could still come down. I'm just saying it's maintaining, which makes me think, okay, maybe there is some true strength of the trendline break, and it just needs to kind of take a little bit of a breath before resuming. But that remains to be seen. You can't make this stuff up, folks. You cannot make this stuff up. I can't do anything right. Wonder if I want to add there, because that would be a nice looking candle. And maybe this, yeah, I am. I'm going to add, okay, added. Come on, keep coming up now, brother. Let's go. Keep fighting. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful candle here. Come on. I'm debating if I want to throw in another ad order up there, but I think I'm just doing that out of frustration. And I'm going to add some more right there. All right, I got to get out. I don't know. Yeah, I had that one green trade. Whatever. Seriously, do the opposite of me. I don't know. All I can say is I hope you guys are having a better day than I am. How I have not blown an account since Monday, I mean, I know it's only Tuesday. I don't know. I have no idea, but holy smokes. Trump's talking right now. According to Dumb Money, Trump is talking right now. Is that true? Trump's been talking for 20 minutes. Where? Cite your source, Dumb Money. You did this to us yesterday. I don't know. I think he's kind of moved over into complete troll category. Well, yeah. Yeah, well, now it does, yes. But when I got in, the price was above here, meaning, okay, we broke out. We're maintaining a break of, in your vernacular, this structure. So I thought the structure was about to change back to bullish. Now, if I was getting long below the trend line, I'd understand your question. But when I got in, we were actually above it. It just happened to be a failed breakout. Where did you see him talking? Dumb Money. It comes across as trolling. I don't remember, but yesterday you went off the deep end and got yourself thrown in timeout, and now you're back doing this. So don't try to gaslight us like, well, why would you say that? Well, you think I'm trolling? Dude, I thought you said you don't trade when Trump is talking. He's been talking for 20 minutes. Yeah, where is he talking? And right now, it doesn't look like, it looks like you're yapping unfounded. Wow. And then just drifts right back down here. He is, bro. Where? You are the only person here saying he is live right now. Do you see why it's coming across as you're just being a total troll? Are you sure it's not an old clip? Too much stress on these charts. Literally one tweet away from. Well, yeah. Again, blowing an account. Let me put it this way. Who cares if you blow an account? It's like $100. It's $100 risk, right? Yeah, I know. I get like live, like it could be a live channel where you see Trump speaking on like a live stream channel, but that obviously I can't believe I need to say this, but that doesn't mean that Trump's actually live. That could be just a clip of Trump talking on a live channel, but that doesn't mean that Trump's actually talking in real time. Like I wasn't. See, okay. Yeah, he's getting very close to needing to be banned at this point. Like I don't even think he's trying. I think he's just, I don't know, something snapped in him yesterday, and now he's just completely trolling. Yep. So there's the break. Again, if I were to go long right here, I bet it rolls right back over. Let me try a short. But if I go short, it's probably a true breakout, right? All right, I'm getting short. I'm short. That's a fake breakout. I am short. Sokol's also short. All right. Well, I feel bad for you, Sokol. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry if you're also short. Come on. All right. Now I'm not going to let this thing... What? Yeah. All right. Technically, that was a winner. Well, I'm glad I got it where I did at this point. I'm off to the gym. Hey, all right, have a good one, Monk. Lift with your legs. You ever use minis? Yes. But not recently because I don't know how to trade. All I want to know is where all the, you're a scammer, you're always green. Where did all those people go all of a sudden? This dude's a scammer, he's always green. How come I haven't seen one of those in the past few days? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Where did all those people go? Any ideas? I don't know. It's weird. Strange. Maybe just a coincidence. I can't believe you guys follow this guy. It's so obvious he's a scammer. He's always green. Where did they go? Only a matter of time before why do you guys follow this guy? He's clearly a scammer. He can't even make money. It's only a matter of time before they show up. That's so discouraging. So, even when I make money on a short, it's like, well, Clay, yeah, that was a green trade, but you basically escaped by the skin of your teeth before it totally turned around on you. It's like, okay. So even when I have a winning trade, it's still not even like the right thing. Again, in a weird, sick and twisted way, I'm glad this is all happening right before your very eyes. Because if I just like told you a story about this, you'd be like, okay, dude. Yeah, I know. We all tend to exaggerate, Clay. I know. Okay. Like, yeah, well, I believe you, Clay, like broadly speaking, but I mean, come on. We know you embellish a little bit. No, I can't do anything. Well, to state the obvious, this is more so what I was looking at over here. Notice how it broke out, came back down, kind of, just didn't roll back over, but maintained itself and then started to curl back up. That's what I was looking for here. Broke out, and it was for a while maintaining itself above that line, and then, obviously came back down. Did not. So, but that's ultimately what I was looking for right here. This price action is what tilts are made out of. All I know is, as of now, I'm very happy this is a 4-day week. If you're not aware, the futures market is totally closed on Friday. Not open at all. Markets close Thursday at their normal time, 5 p.m., and then open back up on Easter on Sunday at their normal time, 6 p.m. They are not open at all on Friday. So for Good Friday, and you know what? At this point, I'm looking forward to it. Now, the one good thing that comes with experience is all these feelings right now. I've been here before, where it's like, what's the point of trading? Trading's the dumbest thing ever. Like, what am I doing with my life? Blah, blah. It will pass. It will pass. It's just a season of the market. It's just a cycle that, depending on your strategy, you go through. And it'll pass by. But yeah, I am definitely in the doldrums of the trader kind of roller coaster of emotions. But I do know that it will pass. But if you're a beginner and you're feeling like it's the end of the world, it's terrible, blah, Just stick with it. It's just a phase of the market. It happens. It happens to everybody. I have heard of them. Yeah, I go take profit trader though. Like George Harrison, all things must pass. Yeah, yeah. I made 600 last week and literally gave it all back today. Yeah, yep, it can happen. It's crazy. NQ is the most bipolar future out there. I don't know about that. I mean, right now the whole markets are kind of bipolar, but that's just because of, as we talked about earlier, there's just so much uncertainty in the markets right now. But like, if the markets are under normal circumstances, I mean, I like the NQ quite a bit. So I don't know. Is this just a range right now? Something like that. Is this new, some kind of new range? Maybe. Well, let's see. Tilt is by far the only thing holding me back. TA, are you in prop firms? Okay, good, good. So I am potentially, if it drops back down here, I'd be interested in maybe a long down around here. Under the premise this is maybe now some sort of sideways channel. But I have no desire to get long. I could see maybe getting along here if you still think that this is, some little area. But if this is a channel, I can see this thing drifting all the way back down here. So yeah, I don't have any desire to get long right around that area. Dude, it is. I am. All right. Let me know if I'm going to turn on a van. So let me know if it like makes it sound bad or anything. If you can hear it on the mic or anything. Hopefully not. Okay. Do you hear a fan or anything in the background? If yes, let me know. No. Barely. No, no, no. Yes, a bit. No. Okay, for the people that hear it, is it distracting though? Like, is it something that's going to be like, no, that's like, it would be distracting. I mean, I'll just be totally blunt. Would it cause you to leave the stream? I don't know. I have several great sources in the stable. I don't know the exact number. More than 5. Okay. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. I'll sweat it out. I'll sweat it out. Now is this a breakout area here? I don't know. You know what I need? I need some water though. Oh, let's see. I don't know, TA. That's I got to be honest. That's one of the most annoying questions, and it's asked like seems like all the time. I don't know. I've had great trades. I've had heartbreakers. I've been at this almost 20 years. I don't know. I don't know. I think the reason why that question draws me the wrong way is because like that's not what trading's actually about. As weird as that is to say, no, I'm here to make money, and I do understand that, but it's actually not about making money. It's about managing risk. Like when people are like, what's your best trade ever? How much money you make? Well, it's just like you're focused on the wrong things, which does not make sense. But the point of the point of trading is to make money, and that's true. But like that's not actually how you make money. You don't make money by focusing on making money. You make money by focusing on risk management. So like if somebody asks, hey Clay, what was the best ever trade you took from a risk management standpoint? Oh man, I've never been asked that. I've never been asked that. And don't even think about asking it because you're going to be clever. Never been asked, Clay, tell me about the best trade you've ever made from a risk management point of view. You don't hear that. But that would warm my sweet little loins if I had ever heard that one. So if you already have 5 accounts, it just stays in the stable. It just stays there and waits for you. And then if you cook one of those 5 accounts, Keisha, then you would just activate at that point. Ooh, fake breakout here maybe. Well, if the way today's been doing, I can see this being a total fake breakout and it just comes right back down. So instead of playing the breakout, let's see if this is actually a fake breakout. So if it comes down to that red line, I will be getting short. With the premise that today is all backwards, so breakouts that look good, they're actually just the fake. So let's see if this is the case here. Or if now I'm getting suckered into what's actually been a true breakout. Yeah, volume profile is right over here. Clay, you haven't talked about your house build. Yeah, I've been keeping things updated. Is it possible, Alex Gonzalez, that you just have not been here as often as you should be, brother? Is that a possibility? Or is it that I haven't talked about it? Think about that. Think about it. Intense. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that one out. This candle's about to be done moving. Hey, I just noticed my VWAP is back. These indicators are back. Remember yesterday when they all disappeared? I did nothing about that. I actually forgot all about it, but now they're all back. So who knows what's going on with Tradeovate? I don't know. What's gold up to? Maybe gold can give me some magic. All right, gold is struggling right now with that overnight high. Rejected, rejected, rejected. Vlad, you are a terrible accountability partner, by the way. You are constantly like, let's dig out of it. Let's dig out of it. Like you're the epitome of somebody that wants me to just go big or go home. Like that's not a good accountability partner. So if I ever really need a good accountability partner, Vlad, I will not be calling you, brother. But if I'm like, okay, I need somebody to motivate me to go degen mode and just start YOLOing. Vlad, you are at the top. Well, I don't know about the top, but you're close to the top of the list. If you don't go till and manage your risk, it will be epic. I think you mean if you don't go tilt and manage risk, it will be epic. Well, thank you. See, that's a good accountability partner. I say this with all due respect, TA, but I'm going to hit you between the eyes but I can thank you. It's flattering. But don't you think it's a little risky to be asking me about tax strategies? Don't you think that, like, I don't know, maybe talk to a local tax professional? Again, thank you. That's flattering that you want to come to me for tax strategies. But, like, dude, I'm a dented baboon. What are you doing? This is what you have done. This is the equivalent of what you've done. You've gone to your local zoo. You said, excuse me, ma'am, where's the baboon exhibit? Oh, that's over there. You get there. You knock on the glass. The baboons look towards you and you go, excuse me. How do you manage taxes on your trading? That is the equivalent of what you just did, sir. Do you think that's a good idea? I am a dented baboon. You are all at the zoo right now. Your screen represents that piece of glass that separates you from the baboon. My accountant said zero tax on props because you don't declare tax. Okay, yeah. Well, either I don't care what Fish Sticks account says. Don't listen to anybody here or just go find a local tax professional. Baboons can probably do tax, maybe. Now I have my own company. No, I have my own ways. Okay, so now you're asking me about something that you're not even going to use. So you want me to take time from everybody else by explaining something to you that you wouldn't even use in the first place. Your TA, it's getting rough for you, brother. But when asking the baboons, I get 5K back. My account says I... Well, I guess you better go with the baboons then. What zoo do you live by? I mean, I don't know. You could probably create a tourist trap. Like, come check out the St. Louis Zoo. The baboons are, they'll get you 5... I don't know. I think there's a business opportunity there. Hey, good morning, Sky Mountain. All right, I'm thinking about a long here. So in other words, price should get short, everybody. We'll have like a little bull flag. We're maintaining. We're putting in some lower shadows. Okay, I'm long. Let's see if it wants to push up. Ideally, get up through the high right here. Hey, hey. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Took one out. All right, I'm going to let these last three work for me. I'm going to move it up at, well, I'll put another one way up here in case it wants to keep going. Well, look at this. What am I witnessing right now? A trade that's actually giving me some, what is going on? I'm so confused right now by what is going on. What? Huh? What is going on right now, folks? What is this? What is this? What is this color over here? Green? Is that how you say it? I don't understand. Can somebody explain what is happening to me right now? Could somebody please explain what is going on? Why is this not red? Why is this number actually... okay, yeah, I'm so... Why are there not parentheses around this number right now? Are you telling me that a bull flag actually worked out halfway decently? Did a bull flag follow, with some nice lower shadows actually deliver? Yeah, it might be a glitch. I don't know. This is wild. Now this will probably just dump straight back down, but it was fun while it lasted. Well, it was fun while it lasted. Is this really going to is this whole green candle going to get wiped away? Stop. If this thing gets all wiped away, this is just going to be the epitome of how the market's been going. Unbelievable. Garbage of a market. Even if this goes back up right now, like, how does that not knock you out as a long? Did you touch it? I told you not to touch it. Wait, what? You must have disappeared, nut knob. Hey, I'm Slimy. Good to see you. Maybe this is a back test. I mean, maybe, but maybe this just dumps right back down. In fact, that seems like more likely the case. Well, I'll take it. I'm not, don't get me wrong, getting long wherever I was long here. And then to get that, I mean, that was a nice one. That was a nice one. It would have been better if it had just maybe, cruised a little bit more, but I'll take it. Hey, dang good. Well, if it's a 50-50 ball, then yeah, I'm not interested in coin flips. I needed an advantage. I needed to feel as though there's an edge. To be fair, if it's a coin flip, you don't necessarily have a disadvantage because it's 50-50, but you also do not have an edge. What happened to your other 5? Do you get them cooked up, Slimy? I need a standing... Yeah, that is something I miss, is my standing desk. I cannot wait to get that back. I miss the standing desk for sure. What are your thoughts on trading options? Well, day trading options or what? You have to, what kind of trading? Day trading options or swing trading options? There's a difference. Hey, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Thanks for using code Clay. Code Clay, all caps, at your favorite prop firm. We'll give you the best current deals and also goes to a good cause. It helps feed hungry children. Code Clay, all caps, with your prop firm of choice, feeds hungry children. I recommend Take Profit Trader. To be fair, though, and for full transparency, I have 6 children. So they are my children that you're feeding. But I assure you, they are hungry. So yes, using Code Clay does go to feed hungry children. So even that, like, pretty much this entire breakout candle has now been wiped away. Either or is fine. Okay, well, what do you want to do, Rona? Well, first off, what country are you in? If you wanna be a day trader, the best way to be a day trader at this moment in the history of trading is to day trade futures through a prop firm. There is no more efficient way to do it because there is no better way to manage your risk than to day trade futures through a prop firm. Well, Fort, just when I start to like you, you go and ask just such a dimwit question like that. Just when I'm like, all right, LaFort's kind of back to normal. And then he just asked that. I'm in the USA. Okay, well, no, do not do options. Options are garbage compared to day trading futures. Why? Because options have something called theta. Theta is just no good, and there is no theta in futures. So the best way to, and that is actually the point of the live stream. The entire point of the live stream is not to try to convince you I'm a good trader. I don't care what you think about me as a trader. The point is, though, to make people aware of, such as yourself, the best way to go about day trading, the most efficient way from a risk management standpoint, because trading is all about risk management, is to day trade futures through a prop firm. Pat, we've discussed, I recognize your name. We've been down this road before, Pat. It's been a few months, but we've been down this road before. Now it looks like you make the right move, Clay. Where have you been, chin it to Cuba? Why would you ever want to build a live account? That's something I don't. Well, just use props to fund your own live account. Why? Why risk your own capital if you don't have to? You just can't get the hang of futures. Well, trade them like you trade options. It's just charts. If you like bull flags and options, use bull flags with futures. That's the beautiful thing. For all of you that are like, well, I don't know. I don't want to make the jump to futures. As nice as that sounds. If you use charts, whatever you're trading, if you're trading Forex or crypto or stocks or options, if you are already using charts, you made a great decision whenever that was to use charts because you also use charts in futures. You're 97% of the way there. Because, yeah, bull flags exist in Forex. Bull flags exist in crypto. Bull flags exist in stocks. Bull flags exist in futures. I blew 19 accounts within 2 months. Should I continue? I mean, my friend. So you can, with Take Profit Trader, you can get a 50K account, 50K in purchasing power for 102, okay? That's how much it costs for an account. I don't know when this was, but I did a video back when I used my own funds. One trade where I apparently lost my mind, did something real stupid. I lost $4,500 in one trade. And this trade probably lasted like 5 minutes. So so $4,500 is what I lost. And what did I say the cost was with that prop firm? 102. So in the equivalent of one trade that lasted probably under 5 minutes, I cooked the equivalent of 44 prop accounts. So with all due respect, I lost 19 accounts so far in 2 months. Should I continue? 19 is kind of like nothing, okay? Because when you use your own money, like I said, one trade for me, one bad trade with some mistakes, The equivalent of roasting 44 accounts. So yeah, 19 is kind of like nothing. It's nothing. Good part about options is the risk management. No. 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 Now, make sure you're learning. If you have not learned anything at all after cooking 19 accounts, that's a red flag. But NQ chart, don't care about EMA charts. Sure it does. I mean, I don't know. This is the 21 EMA. And if anybody's been around here long enough, I think we've seen plenty of examples of the chart respecting the 21 EMA. The reset fee, Boston, is $100. With Take Profit Trader, it's $100 across the board to reset an account. I don't know, Carlos. You'd have to watch that video to see the exact dynamics. But no, they didn't expire worthless. I don't hold and hope. I'm not a total... I do a lot of dumb things, but I'm not going to sit there and hold and hope with options until expiry. That's just pure degeneracy there. That's not even... That's just pure, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, this is actually somewhat encouraging. We have, and this yellow line's been mapped out the entire time. It broke through there. It came back down. Nice back test of it, and now it's recovering nicely off it. In fact, nicely above the 21 EMA. So dare I say this actually makes some sense relative to the chart. So that is encouraging. I'm not making any money from it, but you know what? Hey, I'll take some sensible stuff. Again, Carlos, dude, I don't know. I don't know. My friend, I can barely remember the trades I made 10 minutes ago. I promise you, I don't remember anything about this trade that I made. Who knows how long ago that was? Months, not months, years ago. I don't know, dude. Thank you that you think I have the memory of an elephant. I don't. Like, I actually don't even remember. Okay, I do remember the last trade. The last trade was getting long here, and then we had that nice move there. But like the trade before that, yeah, I don't remember. Was it this one here? I don't know. Again, Ron, if you're looking to learn from me, that's where the mentorship program comes into place, Rona. So no, there's no video on YouTube that's gonna no. Oh, hey, okay, now we're cooking. What? Okay. Okay, let's see. Oil is coming down. Yeah, just go to claytrader.com. If you want to learn more about what I have to offer. I don't talk about it on here unless somebody brings it up, just because, like I said, the point of the live stream is, in all actuality, is to just make sure people are aware of Pam's plan, which is the strategy to day trade futures through a prop firm. Iran says they are ready to end war but want guarantees. Wow, oil. Look at oil. I guess I can bring it up right here. Is it? Oh, no, I don't care. Does it care about VWAP? I don't care. Okay, out there. Chase, but I had to do a scalpy scalp because that was a total chase. But 110 bucks on that one. Ooh, I don't know. This seems like legit news here. I might have to try again. Like, if that is legit news, then this isn't really chasing because this thing is going to have a long ways down. Yeah, there we go. All right, all right. Okay, we're cooking. We're cooking. Maybe try a little bit of a scalpy scalp here. No. Wow. Yeah, it's getting scary now to get long up here. I mean, there's no way I'm getting short. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, like I said, to think that I thought I was chasing right here. Nope. Yeah, yep. This is all news driven, which would make sense. Oh boy. See, this is where you got to be careful. Like this pullback here, 820. I mean, that's like a 60-point pullback. Like that's enough. Even if it recovers back up and forms a beautiful bull pull, the thing is, if your position sizing is off, this pullback here has already cooked you. So yeah, that looks fine and dandy. Okay, nice recovery. Yeah, but I don't know. Like you're not, if you went too heavy, you didn't survive that pullback, which in all actuality looks fine, right? So you got to be careful because this is moving big right now. So be very careful of your position size. So I'm guessing, did oil bounce? Yep. All right. There was the bounce on oil. As now it goes back down. Be very, very careful of position sizing, everybody. Because right now, this distance here between these two numbers for the entirety of the live stream until now, that whole distance was what, maybe 20 points? Now look at it. The distance between these two numbers is 50. Just YOLO it. All right, Mr. Jones, if you want to buy me an account, I'll call it the Mr. Jones account and I'll YOLO it. Do we have a deal? I can tell you guys are all off watching and trading this thing. Barely anybody in the chat room's talking. Yeah, what the news earlier was... Wait, Buzak. Why do I remember your name? Didn't we not have an interaction about something? Have you been in timeout before, Buzak? Why do when I see that name, I'm like, wait a second. Hello, Skeletor. Nice to have you. Once. Yeah, why did you get thrown in timeout? I'm trying to remind me. Why right now am I equating something with your name about... Why did my alarm bells go off as soon as I read your name? Yeah, I guess... What... I mean, clearly this is news driven. I don't... Okay, not see... Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I just opened up CNBC app. All right. If you click on somebody's name, no, I don't see that. I don't see where you can do that. Iran says it can agree to end war with guarantees. Okay, yeah, that is what somebody said earlier. Seems you're trying to confirm the news. Okay, so okay, CNBC trying to, is that what they're saying right now, Acro? Even right now, keep in mind, this looks like a modest pullback, but this move started here at 90 and right now is at basically 20. So that's a 70-point pullback right here. I understand, looking at the chart, this just seems like, oh, nice, we have a little, no, we got a nice little bull flag here, which is true, you have a bull flag, but because of the volatility right now, am I reading that right? This candle, yeah, from 790 down to, yeah, 720, that's a 70-point pullback right there. That if your position size is off, your account is cooked. All right, Forex Factor confirms. Yeah, I don't know if I trust Forex Factory. I think I'll go ahead. I don't know. Maybe they're more trustworthy than. Oh, yeah. Okay, Buzak. Yeah, he was doing something with oil. Yeah, what were you doing? Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's vaguely coming back. Was there news the market pumped? Yes. There is some kind of news. Trying to still confirm what the news is. But that's why right here the chart is the best news source. Nobody actually knows what the news was per se, but we, as traders, we have the two things that matter most. We have that there was news, and we have equally as important what the market thinks about the news. So yes, when the news came out, which was right here, the market liked the news. Again, keep in mind, I have to say the news because I don't know what the news is, but who cares? We just need to know that there was news and have an idea of what the market thinks about the news. So, and that is why charts are the best news source right here. We've just witnessed it. Now, don't get me wrong, from a curiosity standpoint, sure, it's fun to figure out what the news actually was from a curiosity standpoint. But from like a practical standpoint, irrelevant. Who cares? We just need to know that there was news and what the market thinks about the news. So this could all just, this guy, could easily come crashing right back down, right? What are these guarantees? Who knows? Sounds like right now the market is still trying to confirm that this is actually the case. So in other words, we got ourselves some drama here, boys and girls and furries. Is it true that we have been in a bull market since, well, I don't know. I don't know how you define a bull market. Financial Juice is the go-to news. If Trump would tweet that he is willing to listen, I don't know. Would it? I don't know. Like I said, like we discussed earlier, has Trump burned too many bridges as far as the financial markets are concerned? Does like big money, like, you just say too much stuff? I don't know. Maybe it would. Grok says multiple sources are reporting the same. All right, well, there we go for now. There is a lot of this cooked a lot of accounts. Not even necessarily because it came out of nowhere, But even right here, position sizing got, out of whack. And even though this is what I would call just a very basic, modest pullback, this was still like a 100-point pullback, which will cook you very quickly if you don't have your position sizing. In fact, does anybody want to admit to getting cooked? Did anybody here cooking a prop account? Okay, no shame. We've all been there. But did anybody cook an account because your position size got off a little too big? And then this kind of pullback was like, whoa, hey. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I can't withstand an 80-point pullback. My account was one of the accounts that got cooked. Hey, I appreciate the honesty. Of course you are. Philly just cannot. I want to be like Philly when I grow up. Cooked one and max profit on another. Good job. Wait a minute, Greg. I thought you were done for the day. Huh? Aren't you the Greg from the private community that said you were done back at like 9:30? I was impatient. Me too, cooked. Yeah. Again. I just cooked 2 pro account, but yeah, bummer. When did props firms become popular? About 3-4 years ago. But I was very skeptical of them. But yeah, I would say they're becoming more mainstream as of the past couple of years. Actually, I was lucky and turned 2 red accounts green. All right, Kenneth. I got a quick scalp. Yeah, no, I you're absolutely right, Philly. I believe you every shred of it, and that's fantastic because I like when it happens to good people. Cook 2 pros, but got okay, yeah. Well, so your ROI is still insane, elusive. Dude, why aren't you trading this? Because I'm telling you right now, it's tricky. It's tricky with this amount of movement because with position size, things can spin out of control quickly. And looking down here, right now, I just don't have a lot of luxury on the I do not have a lot of luxury on the day. So that is why, could I have gotten it all back? Sure. If I would have chased it and held, especially on that oil trade, but it's just, as exciting as it can be, I'm trying to be as responsible as possible. Clay, was there news? Yeah, something about Iran. Cooked an eval, it happens, right? Yep. But this is what I mean. Can you imagine the person trading futures not in a prop account, and they're short or something like that? It's just, oh man, there is at least a few people in the world right now, and I'm not kidding. I kid a lot, but there is at least a few people in the world right now that are crying, for sure. And there's zero doubt in my mind. A lot of people in this world, relatively speaking, that trade futures. There is at least a few that are currently crying because they were in real money accounts and they got caught backwards. Maybe they have a strategy where they kind of add to it a little bit. I don't know. But right there, margin called, liquidated, just for sure. And that's why I like prop firms. Very quickly, I don't know if there's anybody new here, and maybe you're hearing about all this blown account stuff, and you're like, why are these a bunch of rich people? Like, I put $5,000 in my account, so if I were to blow that account, that means I'm out $5,000, and all these people are talking about blowing multiple accounts, blah, blah, blah. I hear you, but just very quickly, here is how I envision and use prop firms and picture them. So like any trade, responsible trades, part of that is going to have a stop loss. In other words, okay, if I'm wrong, it's going to cost me X, Y, Z. So all responsible trades have a stop loss, and that's how much you could lose out of your account. And that's why I look at each prop firm account itself as a trade. So here would be a 25K trade. Here's a 50K trade, 75K trade. So ultimately, what is the stop loss on this account, aka this trade? Well, how much did it cost you? And it cost you 102. So if you go out there and lose 2,000, because that's the rule, you can't lose 2,000, you blow up the account, you lose the account. But does that mean you lost 2,000? No, it means you lost the account. But if you look at in other words, it was a losing trade. So how much did this losing trade cost you? Well, 102. So for me, that's been around a long time and is used to, if I got 100 shares of NVIDIA and I got to risk $1 per share on the trade, not even that. If I have a few hundred shares and you got to risk a dollar, okay. If I'm wrong, what's coming out of my wallet? $300, $400, $500, right? If anybody's ever traded stocks, that's kind of how it goes. So when I look at a trade, I'm like, okay, if I blow up this account, ultimately the stop loss is $100. It's like, okay. So that's why I say, like, even if you've blown a couple accounts, I don't even look at it as like blown accounts. I just look at it as losing trades, right? So that's how I view prop firm trading, is each account itself is a trade. What is the stop loss associated with that trade? Well, whatever you spend on it, because that's what's ultimately what would be coming out of your pocket. So I don't know if that makes sense to people, but that is how I view prop firms. That's why I think prop firms are just game changing. So yes. And if you want to use the prop firm that I use, that I recommend, like I said, that's the link that you see up at the top of the screen there. So to lock in the prices here with the 40% off and then no activation fee, just code Clay. But that is how I envision it. So yeah, I mean, you can almost picture what the market's trying to do right now. This is more so like trying to validate the news. Like, okay, is this news actually true? Like, we all got excited. Okay, is it actually true? And now the next phase is probably going to be, all right, well, what's Trump's reaction going to be? Yeah, we can talk. We're open to it. I could see that, sending the price upwards. But yeah, we still got a ways to go. Clay, do any of these prop firms have a 5-second rule? Some of them do, yeah, but not the one I use. Take Profit Trader. Again, that's who I usually recommend, and that's one of the reasons why I recommend them. They have just such a clean set of rules. And one of those rules that they do not have is there's no like scalping rule. Like you got to hold something for 5 seconds or 10 seconds or a minute. Nothing like that. All right, I'm going to try, I think, a long here now as it is consolidating enough. Ooh. It is. Yeah, I think 5 is a little too aggressive. Okay, going for a long at the green line here. Hey, come back down. All right. Never mind on that one. Why never mind? Well, think about it. We're looking at a nice green candle. If I all of a sudden buy now, that implies that this nice green candle has been wiped away. I'm not looking to buy after nice green candles have been wiped away. Bull flag building up. I wouldn't really call this a bull flag. I mean, I'm not gonna fight you. If you were to call this a bull flag, I'd call this more of like a bull pennant. But like I said, if you want to call it a bull flag, fine. But yeah, in my mind, this looks to be more like a bull pennant. I caught a little bit of oil. So not on this one, but a little bit of oil on the way back. These moves look easy in hindsight, but you have to remember, as this is forming, this candle's here, and then it comes down here. Then it comes back up, then it comes down, then it comes back up. And the problem is, during these moves where it comes up and then maybe comes down before going back up, the back down could be like 30, 40, 50 points. So like you could easily be going long here and you get cooked, right? Because maybe you try to go long right here and it comes down here, cooks you, and then continues on up. So yeah, these moves, like, oh man, I would have just went long. Yeah, you're forgetting how these candles actually formed in real time, though. Hi, I'm new here. Do you have clear setups, which you are trading? Yeah, I mean, in my mind, they're clear setups, but like they're setups for me. I think you're kind of asking in the sense of like, what strategy do you use? As if you can go to Walmart and say, excuse me, where's your strategy aisle? And then you just go and pick out a strategy. That's not quite how trading works. I understand people portray trading that way. Like you just go and you like cherry pick some strategy and then you just use that and make money. But no, every strategy is going to be unique to that trader doing it, because we are all same in many ways, but we're all have little different risk tolerances. So again, yes, for me, I trade clear setups, but you and I are going to have different definitions of what a clear setup is. ATR is very high. No, stop. There's no way there's no way when the y-axis, this distance here is 50 points that the ATR is high. Are you lying to us, Mecha Noble? Stop. All right, there's the break. I'm going to try a short here, fake breakout. Mainly because looking over here on the 5-minute, check it out. We have the pivot point. So I'm thinking, do we get a rejection off this pivot point and the trend line right there? So I will get short if it comes down to that red line. Again, looking to get short at the red line. Seeing if this is some sort of fake breakout. Okay, maybe. Maybe. Again, if the red line turns blue, I'm in. Yeah, Scotty G, you missed the party, all right. If you roll down your window and take a sniff, that burning you smell out there are people's cooked accounts. A lot of cooked accounts. All right, maybe this is a genuine breakout. Looking like it is. This has got, I'm watching, because as soon as this candle is done moving, which is done moving in about 13 seconds, I'm no longer interested in this trade. So looking like, yep, back to the drawing board on that one. So a genuine breakout, but given I waited for confirmation, even though I was trying to short this, never got in, so no losing trade. Yeah, no, I mean, this is, if you like volatility, then here you go. This would be the action. What was your first trade? Oh, I have no idea. I can barely remember my last trade that just happened maybe 20 minutes ago. Or I don't even know how long. So yeah, I have no idea what my first trade of the day was. I don't remember. Which is funny when somebody asked me about that trade I posted earlier from like a few years ago. Like, can you tell me more detail? No, definitely not. All right, well, the bull pennant breakout, in hindsight, why didn't I just go long? Hey, why was I thinking a fake breakout? Hindsight has proven me to look pretty stupid, but it seemed valid at that point. Now do we get a double top? That is the question. I have managed to reach 53K for the first time. Hey, good job. Nope, just keep an eye out, Swedish. They'll email you tonight and everything. So just keep an eye out on the email, and they'll explain the next steps. But congratulations, broke a record. Plus, good job, Vlad. Hey, Sam. Pennant flag, same. I mean, they're not necessarily there's some different dynamics, but yes, overall, they're saying the same thing. Big move up, consolidation. It's more so how it's consolidating, which is the difference. But yes, overall, not one of those areas that I'm gonna pick a fight with somebody. I said it's a bull flag. Well, I say it's a bull pennant. Well, my dad can beat up your dad. No. Oil dropping. Yeah. Oil. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oil is once again dropping. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. What am I doing? I'm like, okay, do I try to buy right here for like a dead cat bounce? But oil can, don't do that, Clay. Even if it goes green here, still. I just don't have the luxury. If this number here was like green, okay, I can maybe get a little spicy. But yeah, I don't deserve to get spicy. I have not proven. All right, yeah, that would have worked fine. But still, I have not. I don't deserve to get spicy. Well, what's your metric to say that you don't deserve to get spicy? Well, right down here. Hasn't been not the greatest day. Ooh. Right, look at that. Double top right now. Do I try to catch some more on the way down? Okay, short. Come on. Keep bleeding. Okay, a little scalpy scalp there. All right. I thought I would have made more than that. Okay. I'm watching these numbers now. I guess they're not moving. For some reason, I thought these were moving quicker than they are. Don't get me wrong. They're moving quicker, but do you see how we're stuck? Like 8, 9, 10, 12, 5. Okay, that was a quick jump right there. But, okay. Don't get me wrong, it's still moving fast, but for some reason, I don't know. I thought that game would have been more than what it ultimately got me. Trump tweet could take it 270. Well, yeah, I know. But yes, Trump can tweet anytime. Let me put it this way. If you're basing strategies like, okay, I'm going to get in this, and then I'm just going to start to hope that Trump tweets, like, okay, that's not, I don't know if, but yes, you're right. At any moment, Trump could tweet. But I've said this since Trump got into office. Like, Trump is the best salesman, I think, for prop firms. Because you're right. Trump at any point could tweet anything. Which is why I think people are crazy that are using their own funds in the futures market. But at least with a prop firm, yes, Trump could cook your account. But in the prop firm space, as we've discussed, cooking an account, depending on obviously, the prop firm that you get with Take Profit Trader, is a couple $100 at max. But yes, you're right. Trump at any point could tweet. But let's not build strategies around tweets. Like, okay, I'm going to get in now, and then as long as he tweets in the next 38 minutes, I'm good to go. Correct. That's exactly what Code Clay gets you. No, I'm saying that's why to not go long oil on the 1-minute chart. Well, no, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that could happen, yes, but you seem to, yeah, never mind. Appreciate the thoughts, thank you. I'll remember. I will keep that in mind, brother. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you play the could game, you'll never, just like stop trading right now because you'll never make a trade. Well, if I get in this trade, my platform could glitch and freeze and then I get cooked. If I cross the street, I could slip on an acorn, knock myself out, and then, the semi-driver doesn't see me and then they steamroll me, right? Like a could game, you'll never get out of bed. But even on that, if I stay in bed, I could get attacked by red ants and die, That's why risk management matters because, yeah, you can't do the could game too much. Don't do polymar. If you're going to Trump tweet, just, yeah, I don't have any experience with that. Hey, and yes, hello, Goose. Hello, Goo. Is Goo and Goose, are you the same person? I have learned that you can be the same person here with two different names. So are you the same person? The acorn steamroller thing. Okay, that's truly your wife. Gotcha. The Chevy Chase. Yeah, I could see that being a Chevy Chase movie. Is it best to have two day trading instead of one? Yeah, I think there are a lot of benefits with prop firms and having multiple accounts. Especially like once you have a pro account versus test, if you're doing very well in your pro account and you want to protect those gains. But sometimes I've been there with my own money, right? Okay, I'm up. Oh, but I want to keep trading. Well, now you can keep trading, but still protect gains because you could just hop over to a test account if you want or another pro account. But there's so many flexible variables with prop firms. It makes it very, very attractive. But yes, I think having multiple accounts is a very big benefit. Because the other cool thing, because I know what somebody might say, well, Clay, if I'm up in a like my cash account, I'll just go trade a demo account. It's like, yeah, but that's not always the best. I mean, that's not really a way to totally solve it, because you know deep down that in a demo, like it's totally like you can't make any progress at all because it's completely fake. But at least with the test account, you can still make progress. What progress would you be making? Well, you'd still be making progress towards passing that account and turning it into a pro account. Whereas if you do cook that account, okay, you cook the test account, but at least you still have your pro account that's got the profits in it that you can pay yourself with to pay for the thing that you just cooked. So you can keep trading in a way that allows you to make progress. But you're also protecting gains at the same time. I understand this probably all sounds kind of confusing if you've never done prop firms, but if you have, you know exactly what I mean. Multiple firm or multiple accounts give you quite a bit of luxury. The CL now is the best for trading. I mean, maybe, depends on your strategy. For other people, it might be the worst thing for them. Correct, yeah. And then there's the racehorse theory, all that. Yeah, and like I said, with Take Profit Trader, you can have up to 5 pro accounts anyways. So that makes it very nice. You can do the copy trading, all that sort of stuff. Learning to build my own strategy as we speak by learning what works and doesn't work for others. Yeah, hey gamers, that's fine. Okay, here's my thought on that. Don't mention them in here. Don't mention them. I expand outside of Take Profit Trader. So those are my thoughts. You can use code Clay with any of those prop firms to help support the stream, as this is totally viewer supported. So maybe someday I'll get some sponsorships and it won't matter whether or not people use code Clay. But right now, that is not the case. So if you want to help ensure the stream continues, code Clay, all caps. Clay, you end up picking up the Meta shares? No. Meta does. Oh, wait. I guess they do pay a dividend, but not a very big one. Did the numbers. Okay. There must. Maybe there was there. Did they drop out, or is there a glitch with the viewership? Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, did viewers drop off that far just because I showed that? Okay. There we go. We're recovering back. Viewers went from like 550 down to like 400 just because I'm like, really? Just because I show how to support the stream? That many people dropped off, but now they're recovering back up. So, okay. There we go. 570. Okay. There we go. Must have been a glitch within the software for YouTube. Is it, I mean, really I'm not familiar with a lot of the live streamers out there, but some live streamers act like they never lose. Is that, I mean, I believe you, Fit Man, but that just seems like such a, like, why? There's no, I guess they just feast upon absolute beginners that think it's possible to never lose. I don't know. Oh, I buffered? Oh, okay, the stream froze for a moment. That explains it then. That's hilarious. It froze and glitched right during the time I was talking about how to support the stream. That's great. Why did the market roll over move so much on no news? Because it was not no news. Bird's eye view, there was definitely news. Something about Iran. When will you start trading 60 contracts in a single trade? As soon as you buy me an account, Snuggie. Oh, okay. You did get that. Did you see? Did the stream show up about all the different prop firms that you can have a code? I have a code with, or did it freeze up during that portion? Okay. Well, just very quickly again. If you want to help support the stream, code Clay with any of these prop firms I recommend Take Profit Trader. I think they're the best in the business. But any of these, if you're experienced, You want to expand your empire? There you go. Code Clay will give you the best deal. Help save you money. I appreciate it. Because again, this is completely viewer supported. No sponsorships, nothing like that. So if you want to help support the stream, there you go. That's how you can do it. Yo, Clay, me and my pops watch you. Well, cool. I'm glad you guys... It froze again. Not funny. Not funny. Any idea why I can lock myself out of the take profit accounts on Tradeovate, yet I can't lock myself? I do not know why that's the case, Scotty. Not sure. All right, maybe a triple top here. I'm looking for a potential short. If it hits that white, we're actually close enough. Okay. So I'm looking to get short at that red line. And let's see if this is a triple top. I'll put my stop right up there. So again, looking at that red. All right, I'm in. See if we can hit that first target at least. Come on. I guess I did have the scalpy scalp, but I'm playing for a triple top. It doesn't necessarily, roll over and crash. I mean, I'm not going to complain, but well, it was looking good for a moment there. But we'll see if it can try to recover, or roll back over here. Not looking good. Not looking good. How much capital? Basically zero. Basically zero capital because I'm in a prop firm. And stopped out. Piece of garbage. Again, you could do what a lot of people are doing here with real quick. So if you have $90 with Take Profit Trader, code Clay, to get that 40% off, $90 gives you 25K in purchasing power. What does 25K purchasing power get you? You can buy up to 3 NQs, for example, or 30 MNQs. So that is one of the great things about prop firms is you do not need a lot of capital at all. Against the flow, no bueno. Kel Dog, be honest, if that thing had rolled over, would you have made that comment? I don't think you would have. Had that thing rejected back down, my guess is you'd be saying this: hey man, good job, way to trade that triple top. That'd be my guess. That's my sneaky suspicion. No, still feel that way. Okay, well, how do you trade with the flow then? Can you give us a trade plan? So apparently to you, hey man, you went against the flow. Okay, well, how do you trade this with the flow? Can you give us 3 numbers, good sir? Can you give us an entry point, a stop loss, and a target? Fonza, if you just go to their site, they have all that there for you. But off the top of my head, that is 1,500. Buy low, sell high. Okay, so not a serious person. Gotcha. Moving on. Now, at least now we know. How far before we can't trade with the limit up and down move, Oh, I think we are way far away. Way far away. It's going to take out those 2 highs. Okay. I think it's 2%. Well, I mean, right now it's 3. We're at 3%, brother. Or do you mean 2% more? Maybe you mean 2% more. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. Again, Junior, I agree with that approach. You're making the argument, shop for prop firms based on price. I disagree. I think you should shop for prop firms based on rules and payout policy. Because with your logic, why don't we all just start a prop firm? Well, we'll offer $10 accounts, but we're going to have like 1,000 rules. That way, nobody can ever get a payout. And think about that. Per your logic, well, that gives people a chance to try out the prop firm. No, all we're going to do is make that person think prop firms are a scam, right? Because they're going to try out our prop firm with 1,000 rules, and then they're going to think all prop firms are that way, when that's not the case. I think you put the stop loss too tight. I mean, yeah, maybe. Once again, yes, okay, never mind. Some people, okay, yeah, you do what you think. My point is, yes, as a beginner, you have a way higher likelihood of blowing them too, the more rules and complicated it gets. That's why we really are. We've talked about it before, but we do need to create, have we determined what we're going to call our prop firm? The baboon pit? I don't know. We'll call it the baboon pit. And again, well, I don't know. I say we offer like $5 prop accounts. But we're going to have like 5,000 rules. So ain't nobody going to pass. Ain't nobody going to get a payout. But you know what? There's enough guppies out there that are like, oh, it's cheap. They won't know any better. So that's what our whole business model will be based on. The guppies that shop based on price. The baboon pit. That's what we're going to name it. Oh, a monkey pit. That's not bad. I have no thought on them. Again, take Profit Trader. That's who I use and recommend, especially if you're a beginner. Sounds like a cool band name. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I've been with them since I started in prop firm, so about 2 years ago now. Probably not quite. I don't know. Time flies. So yeah, probably about 2 years now. Maybe not quite 2. I know somebody like, well, technically, Clay, you're at 19 months, brother. It's like, okay, fine. So there we go. Around 2 years. There we go. Am I asking dumb questions? I don't know. I have not seen all your questions. What's the resistance today? Yeah, that'd be a dumb question. Just in the sense of like, well, that depends on your strategy. Yeah, well, yeah, you. What is the resistance today? You are asking as if there is like a single magical resistance for the day. But so that's like, no, that's not how it works. Yeah, well, like I said, we're not going to turn this into a one-on-one coaching session, brother. Hey, Old Wolf, how you doing? I'll have to let my daughter. Hey, guess who was on the stream today? Old Wolf. Do I trade any other sessions? No. Definitely not London. Definitely not the London session. I'll do that, Old Wolf. Yeah, if you're in America and you're not working a third shift job or anything like that, and you're trading the London session, I would say odds are you have an unhealthy relationship with futures trading. Again, if you are in America and you don't have a third shift job, or there's not some exception, and you're just up in the middle of the night trading, I would submit to you to highly consider the fact that you probably have an unhealthy relationship with futures. Have I traded the Asian session? Yeah, a couple times. If there's something worthwhile, but like for me in my time, that's like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern. Quitting my 9 to 5 job to trade. All right. What are my EMAs? Well, I don't use all EMAs. I use some SMAs. But this right here is the 21 EMA. You nearly called that short right. Yeah, yep. That's a problem though. My stop loss was, it decided to pop up here and kick me out and then roll over. It happens. Why not using EMAs? I do. This is the 21 EMA. It's been roller coaster today. Up 2K, down 800, back to 1K. I can see that, Joe. I don't laugh at like the frustration you're experiencing. I can see what you're saying. We got ourselves a rising wedge right now. Ooh, we're actually right at the top of that rising wedge too. Oh boy, the rising. What was it? Rising wedge we took it yesterday on gold, and it paid nicely. I can't remember. What about VWAP? Yeah, the VWAP I use. It's just way lower right now. You can't see it on the screen. Oh boy, to take the rising wedge or to not? I get it mapped out here, the lower line. That is the question. Oh boy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that trend line. Boop, 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 boop. I was making those sound effects, FY. So no need to get in touch with Trader8 support. How come I'm not getting sound effects? That was me, okay? That was me. I'm not going to take it on this candle. What I would like to see is this next candle come up and then come down. If that means I get left behind on this candle, so be it. Hindsight will be the judge on if this is a stupid requirement or not on my part. Do I try a back test now? Maybe so. Try a back test of the rising wedge. I will do that. Yeah. And I'll put my stop right up here. No, hey, get. Oh, are you? Well, that summarizes my day right there. Oh, so close yet oh so far away. All right, that was the move I wanted. Now, for anybody that is short right now, your current kind of battle, your enemy right now is this 21 EMA. But if it can get down through there, there could very realistically be another round of downwards pressure in it. Give me a 2 if you're currently short right now. Give me a 2 if you are currently short. Who took the rising wedge? Or maybe you were one of the lucky people that got filled on that back test. Brian is. Dimitri. Wildman Viper. Ooh, that's a cool name. Philly, Rules, Jamie. All right. We got a lot of shorts here. I'll root for you. Like I said, your enemy right now, I assume your enemy right now is that 21 EMA. You're saying, brother, get out the way. Are you kidding me? Like that had to have been within like a tick. I was like a tick away from getting filled on the back test. See right there, we're right off the 21 EMA. Let's see if it can push down through. That is very. Just went flat. Wait on the next move. All right. What's up, Clay? If anyone was coming, I'm in my last short trade. All right, Joey. Don't cray. You will be at. Yeah, I think I know you're asking me. You're the guy earlier that was asking me if I speak French and trying to get French. I think the translator's on the struggle bus. Don't cry. Don't cray. You will be at. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe find a new translator from French into English. More so French into baboon, since that is the main language I speak. More specifically, even dented baboon. I speak dented baboon. Love that. No, I don't think so. I've never heard you talk about the 21, Frank. Never heard it. No, you don't have to say you're sorry. I'm just letting you know that I don't think the translator is going too well. Yeah, no need to apologize. I'm just letting you know that there might be some sort of disconnect. CVD shows long lower wick. What is CVD? Is that a stock or is this one of these abbreviations? Uh-oh. All right. One of my charts off screen just reloaded and loaded again on Tradeovate. Cumulative volume delta. Okay, yeah, you are way smarter than I am. So all the more power to you. I am just a baboon. I use the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I like some trend lines. I like some candlesticks. I like some moving averages. There's nothing wrong with using the cumulative value or whatever that is. I can't even say the word because I'm that stupid. But hey, do what works for you. But all I can say is that game update is his intelligence level is certainly a few grades above mine. Nah, I'm done. Yeah, well, you're sitting there using the CVD, so you're clearly way smarter than I am, brother. Well, the 21 EMA, doggone it, for the rising wedge people. Again, there's enough room in there for a scalp at least. But the 21 EMA got in your way. And who was the guy earlier that was like, oh yeah, futures don't care about EMAs? I mean, dude, it just, look, huh? Huh? How long have I been trading? I don't know. I don't know. I enjoy watching how frustrated streamers get with their audience lately. It's good fun. Hey, it's almost like my business thesis works. It's all. Thank you, Heyo. Thank you. You're like putty in my hand, brother. You're like putty in my hand. I run the 9 and 21 together. Yeah, I know the 9 EMA is pretty popular too. I don't use it, but I know that's another popular one out there. Do you still need to pass an evaluation me or anyway? Okay, Cliff, there is no straight to funded. I know there's prop firms that offer the straight to funded, straight to live, blah, blah, blah. But even within those, there's still a built-in test that you have to pass in one way, shape, or form, right? So there is no action. I understand the essence of the question, but ultimately there's no way around a test. Now, sure, maybe you can skip over a test, but there is still a test you'll have to face. But to skip over those tests, that's why those accounts cost more. So, I mean, ultimately, they've thought through everything. They've thought through everything. I'll put it that way. No, double A. I am team take profit trader, brother. Okay, Kel Dog. Nobody cares really. You have zero credibility. The people with here's the thing: to have credibility around here, you don't even have to give winning trades. But just give us a trade plan. Even if you give us a trade plan with the 3 numbers and it turns out to be wrong, you will still be way more respected than the people that are just, are too scared to do so. No. Okay. You have not given a trade plan. We define a specific type of trade plan, which contains 3 numbers, which you have not done. No, I'm not going to look up, Keldog. Again, you burned the bridge earlier when asked for a trade plan and you said buy low, sell high. Like, okay. So you're on the cusp of like ban, because I'm almost sure you've been here before and you're under another name and are a total troll. But I'm not. But I don't want to be too rash in my decision making. Newbie short. Now, see, look at Newbie. See how he gave an actual trade plan with actual numbers? Man, that takes courage. I'm not even kidding. That actually takes courage, because now you can be held accountable. Okay, well, Keldog, for your next trade, give us 3 numbers ahead of time. Whoa, hey! That's nasty. That just cooked people. Holy, yeah, that's one of those cookable candles. 55 down to, about a 65 point. Yee. There's some cookage that happened there, brothers. And sisters, and furries, and Furbies. Right off the, was it? Oh, yeah. Good call, day trade. Yeek. Okay, there we go. I don't know what GY8. Oh, buy. Stop. Okay. Nothing but respect to Keldog. He has mapped things out. Even if his trade plan does not work, I don't care. At least he had the courage to put numbers out there. So I appreciate that. You have my respect for sure. So you're looking to buy if it comes all the way up here to 8. Okay, so he needs it to recover quite a bit. So his trade plan is not close to happening right now. Basically, NQ is just doing the opposite of CL. Correct, yeah. That correlation seems to be back intact again. I'd agree with that. I would say oil is driving the market. I'm not sure it actually necessarily matters. I think the thing that actually matters is that there is the correlation. Could be a good short here. I think you mean could, maybe. Trump tweets are deadly, bro. Yes, which is why, again, as I've mentioned, I think for about the 18th time this stream, and the millionth time over the live stream, yes, Trump is, I would argue, one of the best salesmen possible for prop firms. Why you would be out in this environment where he could tweet at any time with your own funds on the line is crazy. Again, prop firms' main superpower is not the leverage, it's not the copy trading, it's the ability to reduce consequences. That is their true, in my opinion, that is their true superpower, the ability to reduce consequences. How do they reduce consequences? Well, let's just take a Trump tweet. So let's say you're out, and let's just say a Trump tweet cost somebody $2,000, okay? So the person using their own funds, well, per the example, they just lost $2,000 out of their own pocket. What about the person with the prop firm? So if they lose $2,000, well, that is a violation of this rule. So meaning they have lost their account. But did they actually lose $2,000 out of their pocket? Did they have that same consequence? Well, no, their consequence was a lot less because their consequence was just losing their account. And given they only paid $102 for the account, that is their consequence. So again, the consequence of a Trump tweet equaling $2,000 loser, consequence for the person using their own funds, $2,000 out of their pocket, gone. Consequence for the prop firm person, losing their account. But given they only paid $102 for the account, their consequence is losing $102. So I'm not a smart man, but in my opinion, I would rather have a consequence of losing $102 versus losing $2,000. So in my opinion, that is the prop firm's true superpower. It's a risk management function, specifically their ability to reduce consequences. Buy 797. All right. All right. Kel Dog with another trade plan. Nothing but respect. And again, if you want to use the prop firm that you're just seeing there, that's Take Profit Trader. That's who I use, I recommend. That's the link you see at the top of the screen there. Code Clay, all caps, gets you the 40% off and then no activation fee. That plan will blow his account. Oh, no, he's risking what, 40 some points? So I'm assuming he's just got a couple of micros. So no, that's not. Yes, that plan will blow his accounts if he's at like 8 minis, but I would assume Kel Dog is not at like 8 NQs. I'm assuming he's at like 2 MNQs. Okay, 4 micros. There we go. Greedy Appo. Sort. Cool story. That's a great trade plan, Greedy Appo. That's what we're looking for around here, brother. Just people yelling short. That's good stuff. That's very helpful, by the way. So, Clay, you've been trading for a long time. What was trading like without prop firms back? This is what it was like trading. What I talked about. Come on, man. You got right here. Where one stupid boneheaded mistake cost you $4,500. Do you know any prop accounts you can buy with that? Well, at the ones I just showed you, $100 a piece. In one trade, and this trade lasted probably 5 minutes, I cooked the equivalent of 45 prop accounts in one trade. That's what it was like. That's why I'm so passionate about. And that's the whole point of the live stream. Not to prove anything about me as a trader. I don't care what you think about me as a trader. I'm old and grumpy at this point. Get off my lawn. But I am here to help people out and realize, hey, in this day and age, day trading, the most efficient way to go about it is to day trade futures through a prop firm. Yes, that $45 was on a broker with a cash count. That was before I did prop firms. So that trade was over, I don't know, probably like 3, 4, 5 years ago. I don't remember. In my country, that can buy multiple houses. What country are you in? Because I'm about to move there. And if you're able to... yeah, and if you cook 44 prop accounts in a single day, there's definitely some things that would probably need to be... I'm guessing you went on tilt. Now, if you've roasted 44 accounts over 6 months and you've been learning, you've been fine-tuning a strategy, that is way different. Hey, Ace Trades, good to see you. It looks like oil is affecting everything right now. Agreed. Yeah, oil is the Yes, this is oil right now. This is without doubt oil. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. That is oil, right? $100%. Oil is driving the market now. Irons Foreign Minister, what is happening now is not negotiations, but an exchange of messages directly through our friends. All right. So it doesn't really seem like the market cares about it not being negotiations. Clay, do you trade oil? Yeah, that's an oil trade right there. At the Learning Center. I need virus, please. Huh? All right, have a good one, dumb money. 225 away. All right, Omega, you can do it. Don't think too much about it, brother. No, I'm not. I'm no longer a flawless oil trader. I don't know. I think I had 14 in a row. But yeah, I think 15 got me. I do not know. I don't use Tradeify. Yeah, the consistency rule, I don't even understand that one. So I have no idea. That's why I like Take Profit Trader. No consistency rule. Trendline trader. Well, I mean, I'm a little bit more than that. I'm a trendline candlestick moving average trader, I guess. I'm a KISS trader. There we go. I'll call myself that. Keep it simple, stupid. Again, this is the entire point, Rules Crypto. This is why Take Profit Trader is, I would argue, the best for beginners. Because now you're going to like, wait, what is this consistency rule? Then people are going to try to, it's just like, once you become experienced, cross those bridges, but that's the whole point. I don't know. No, I'm not a Kool-Aid drinking moron. So no, I do not use that. I'm not part of a cult. I'll put it that way. I'm old and cranky. I don't care if I sound smart or not as I describe a trade thought process. But yes, if you do want to sound smart and just speak a bunch of words, then yes, that is a way to learn. That is what that guy harps on. Perceived value. Can you put 50K down on one trade? Are you talking about like with futures? That's racist Kool-Aid. Yeah, man, some people they're just trying. How can I turn this into racism? How can I do it? I gotta turn this into racism somehow. How me calling that idea? Lee Toon, here's some life advice, brother. You'll enjoy life so much more if you don't try to pigeonhole things that are completely irrelevant into everything. I promise you, Lee Toon, you will enjoy life more if you don't go through life seeking out to be offended, brother. Life is so much better that way. I promise. There's not a lot of guarantees in the market, but one guarantee in life I can make you. If you don't go through life seeking out to be offended, you'll enjoy life more. Thank you. Thank you for this public service announcement. Maybe that person likes to be offended. That's fair. That's fair. If the definition of his enjoyment is to be offended, then I suppose to be fair, like, I don't know, they're like, what are those people that like pain? Like a Mako, like, I don't know. The people that enjoy pain. Maybe he's one of those, a masochist? Anyway, maybe you know what I'm saying. I don't even know if I know what I'm saying. But there are people out there that like pain. Maybe he's one of those people. He's like, I being offended is actually super annoying because by definition, being offended, but like, I like it. I like it. If I had to guess, what is his name? Toon? Lee Toon. If I had to guess right now, Lee Toon is over there twisting his nipples right now. I think that's what he's doing. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Lee Toon currently, I don't know, maybe he's got like his mouse on the other hand because he's trying to trade and stuff like that. But with his other hand, dude, straight up twisting his own nipple right now. That's what Black Sheep. Yeah, I had a sneaky suspicion about you, Black Sheep. Is that what that's called? A purple? Yeah, he's giving himself a purple nurple right now, and he likes it while trying to get offended. Breaking a cool 2-minute mark. Okay, Hassan, you got to find a new translator, man. I know you're French. I know you're using some sort of translator. What does that mean? Breaking a two candles martuox? Huh? All right, I might try a long here as it comes up through here, if it does. Okay, I'm long. Let's see if we can get a push up through these highs here. Come on, brother, push. Or just drop straight back down. That works too. Come on. Well, I did get the break up through these two highs, so I was right in that regard that it would break. But as of now, completely wrong that the break would provide any sort of actual follow through. So partially right, but yeah, partially right's not good enough in trading. We'll see if it can try to recover back up there. 'Oh, back to me having no idea what I'm doing with my life. I really want to add. I don't know. There's something that just. I think it's a 5-minute. The 5-minute looks really nice. Like it wants to head back up. Do I add there? That is risky. I'm going to do it. I'm buying. I'm going to add more right there. Yeah, 5-minute. I like the 5-minute. We're right here. We're looking at the 2-minute. Come on. Yeah, this is my first entry. I'm adding some here, so if I get filled, this blue line will drop down some. But if I can get filled there, it'll be a nice, nice candle. Which index is this? This is the MNQ. So the NQ. So the NASDAQ. All right, well. Now, yeah, if it's going to drop, just drop. I'd prefer it not come up here, fill me, allow me to add, and then drop. That would not be fun. Uh, 5-minute. I guess I should have just scalped out. Again, I'm looking to add at the green line. I'm trying to trust the 5-minute. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do I move it down a little bit more? I think so. Right there. Not asking for much. Just an 80-point candle, brother. Okay, Better Call Saul, dude, just kick rocks. Like when you show up to somebody's live stream, what was your first message here? Crap. Did it film? Okay, at least it didn't film it. All right, I got to get out of that one. What is his first message? Oh, yeah. How much money did you lose today? Yeah, okay, dude. Go be bitter and jealous somewhere else, dude. Go be a poor person, because that's the mentality you have. You are somehow, I guess, anti-multiple streams of income. Stopped out. Yeah, me too, Kel, dog. $99% blow accounts because okay, so then that means it's possible. So it's not impossible then, right? So everybody should just never try to be a professional athlete or anything, because like not that many people become professional athletes. So if something is hard, you shouldn't do it. Gotcha. You should not at least try it. Gotcha, Better Call Saul. Remember what I was saying about you having a poor person mentality? Thank you for continuing to perform it. Thank you, brother. I can smell a poor person mentality a mile away. Now, keep in word, I'm saying a mentality. If you're poor right now, but you have a hustler, grinder mentality, then I would argue you're not poor because you have the right mentality, and you're not going to be poor forever. 90% of people fail at day trading. Again, you continue to prove my point. So because something is hard, you should not try it. Well, I guess there go brain surgeons. There go. If you like watching professional sports, there goes that. If you like anything that is hard, with this logic, don't do it. Don't try it. So yeah, see you later, everybody. That's a good mentality to have. Yeah, just give up, man. If something is hard, don't even try it. Per his own premise, he didn't say it's impossible. Like, I will tell you right now, give up ASAP. If you're like, Clay, I'm going to become a professional slot machine player. I'm going to be like, no. That's impossible. There is no such thing. Like 100% of people that try to make consistent money from a slot machine fail. That's why you've never heard of a professional slot machine player before. So in that regard, I will tell you to give up, because my premise is it is impossible. 100% of people that try to make a living consistently off of slot machines ain't going to happen. But his own premise was 90% fail, which means, okay, that means 10% do succeed. But again, if it's hard, I guess just don't do it. I didn't know people get... I do. I get offended by that sort of logic. Yes, I do get offended. That is true. I am the first to raise my hand. Poor people mentality offends me. Agree. Yes. Change your mentality, dude. Because XYZ is hard, don't even try. That is the mentality, and I'm offended by that. Because I want to surround myself with winners. Iron sharpens iron. Clay, forget that guy. No, because people like that are good for viewership. Again, Better Call Saul. He tried to be a trader. He failed miserably, and now he's just bitter and jaded because, I don't know. He's probably doing a job that he doesn't like, but instead of trying to figure out, okay, how can I use this job as a means to an end, he's just kind of waved the white flag, which does offend me, because I do want people to succeed. And it doesn't even have to be about trading, but okay, let me put it this way. If you're born in Somalia, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I don't have any solutions. I'd be a liar if you were born in Somalia. I have no idea. But if you're born in any sort of like developed country, I don't need your excuses. I accept the excuse of somebody born in Somalia. I accept that. But Better Call Saul, I think that boy better hit puberty first. Okay, so you're that guy under yet another name. Okay, gotcha. Again, now you're operating under the false dilemma, logical fallacy. You're presenting it as an either or. It's not. You can do both. I do both. I also invest. I also do what you're saying. I mean, do you realize how much you're getting steamrolled here, Better Call Saul? I think this dude is also probably giving himself a purple nurple. He likes the embarrassment. Trading has low bar to entry, so if you quit again, and that's why prop firms are very powerful. This is why also I would say micros are very powerful. Like the invention of the micro future, fantastic. Before that and before prop firms, if you were like, I want to be a day trader, it would be irresponsible to be like, okay, well go fund up a futures account and trade NQ. It's like, wait, but now when you can say go get a prop firm and trade micros, it's like, okay, that doesn't mean it's any easier, but it does mean you can get punched in the face. Again, it goes back to what I talked about earlier about prop firms' main power is the reduction of consequences. Should I find a true strategy first or just jump in? Okay, I'm assuming you're just joking around. So yeah, just jump in. Like just jump in and just close your eyes and start pressing buttons. I watched an interview where a dude only trades one micro every 2K. And yeah, that's cool. That's good stuff, Captain Crunch. Probably going to retest the trend line. Yeah, we'll see what happens. No, don't thank Captain Crunch. The guy is actively poisoning all of us with his food dyes, and he laughs about it. He's poisoning us with his high sugar cereal filled with food dye, and all he can do is laugh about it. Dude's a savage. and then he just lies about it. He claims that food dyes and sugar is a nutritionally balanced diet. It is crazy, though. I always thought Captain Crunch was just like a cartoon on a cereal box. I didn't know the guy actually existed. That's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I don't know. My confidence in this area here, I kind of want to try it again, but I don't know. So in other words, if it does break, because I don't think I'm going to take it, that's probably going to be where it does actually make the move. I trade them. Yeah, exactly. That's where, for me, when I got involved in the markets back in 2006, maybe crypto was around in like its infancy, but it was not like mainstream. So yeah, that was like me and penny stocks, right? Because I didn't have a lot of money. You have to get up to the 25K amount to overcome the pattern day trading rule. So how are you going to get up there? Well, you got to trade penny stocks because those can at least explode and give you a chance, blah, blah, blah. But now none of that even exists. That's why I'm so passionate about Pam's plant, about, day trading futures through a prop firm, because they eliminate so many things. Like, it is a golden age right now for day traders, a golden age. And a lot of people still are not aware of it. Again, that's a big reason of the live stream. I want people to be aware of it. I cannot stand people out there, and I understand why they do it, because they built their entire business model around small cap stocks, penny stocks, low floats. That is so not needed anymore. It is so dangerous. Again, 5, 6, 7 years ago, before the invention of micro futures, and then even before the invention of prop firms, I can see small cap, that stuff I can see making sense. But these days, it, again, mathematically does not make any sense. You're taking on more risk, you need way bigger moves, and then you're still making less money. Yeah, thanks, Gelter. Also, lots of scam prop companies. So do all the one. Yeah, exactly. When that comes with anything. That's why. Do I have a code with every single prop firm? I don't. I mean, if a prop firm just started up like last month and they're based out of North Korea, I'm not saying that means they're a scam. I'm just saying let's see how they see if they can tread water for a little bit in the industry. Can you teach? I mean, I can teach you how to be sexy. Is that what you're looking for? I can teach this right here, boy. Is that what you want to be taught? Hey, I like Kel Dog. We got off on a wrong. I don't even remember. Wrong foot. I can't even remember now. But Kel Dog's coming on strong. The people that show up and I kind of go at them, but then they stick around and it's like, okay, I can cook with that. I think the guy's got a sense of humor. That's always a benefit. Yeah, see, stick around, Kel Dog. The man's mapped out some trade plans. He's not denying the fact that I'm sexy, so we know that we know he lives in the realm of reality. I mean, there's no quicker way to tell me that you live in a fantasy world if you try to tell me I don't look like a Greek god. Like, tell me you live in a fantasy world without telling me you live in a fantasy world. Like, that's the quickest way. It's the quickest way. Again, I'd love to take another swing at it here, but yeah, yeah. Today, the cold streak continues from Friday. The cold streak continues. If you haven't been chewed by clay, are you even? Well, I mean, all things considered, the numbers of the live stream, like very few people, like, you know. Maybe it. I'm going to try a short board. Oh, good. So Neil's now trading out of boredom. That always turns out well, Neil. We now officially have Neil trading out of boredom. That's fantastic. Short here. Stop. New high of day. All right. All right. I'm just gonna go with one, just one, because I should not be doing this because my read on the market. So everybody should probably be getting short here because I'm about to go long. Waiting for the. All right. All right, I'm in. Long. So that means it's probably going to get smacked back down. And I tried. Oil might be grading right. Well, if oil drops, that is good for me. That is good for me. Hey, Stock Dad. See, I've always liked Stock Dad. He's not here every day, but the dude is always throwing out trade plans ahead of time. So, Stock Dad, we've had a couple rough, bumpy moments over our relationship, but overall, You got to respect anybody that's willing to map out a trade plan with the 3 numbers. That's way better than somebody that only shows up to flap their lips. See, I just, whatever. Whatever. And I cried. All right, I'm out. You literally can't make this stuff up. I don't, yeah. Hey, Niraj. How is it hanging? Not good. Not good. And I mentioned this last week, but the wild thing last week, Monday and Friday, not good. But still overall green. Like numerically green just because of the way prop firms function. Even right now, how I have not cooked any accounts this week with the way I've been trading, I don't know. But I'm hanging, as weird as it is to say, just because of how prop firms are structured and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm actually hanging in there. As this has been brutal, but I'm hanging in there. All it takes is a good day, and I'll be all right. Even right now, I am actually all right, despite I understand if you've never used prop firms, stuff like that, none of this makes any sense. But if you have used prop firms, you understand how the math, especially if you've hung around here and you understand the math and, again, their ability to reduce consequences. But, yeah. It's crazy, though. I mean, like, how... where's my one? I want to reminisce the one good trade I had. I don't remember where that was. Oh, right here. Bought that hammer, and I mean now it doesn't look that good because of this big candle. But yeah, that was a fun one. And then it came down, stopped me out, and then the news showed up. But yeah. Marcus, no hablo, no, how do I say talk? No hablo español, mi amiga, mi amigo. Solo poquito más español, poquito más. It's Portuguese. Whoops. Do I try another long here with a bounce? I think so. Yeah, because that would also be a bounce on the pivot point. Okay, I'm going to try a long here. Last time I got down to the purple line, which is the 50 period simple moving average. Nice bounce. Let's see if we can get a bounce up through here. So if that green line turns blue, I'm in. You're still in? All right, well, I'm going to try to hop back in with you, Neil. Okay, I'm in. Okay, beautiful candle. I could not ask for a better situation here. Come on. Get up there and let's finally make the break. Push. Just in case it gets rejected there, I'll take one out there. Just in case. And I'll throw out some more in case there's some kind of spike. There we go. Come on. Go! Go! Go, go, go. Push. Let this be the final. Let this be the time. Unite. Unite the clans. Name the movie. Unite the clans. All right. This has got to be a winner. All right. So my stop is there. Let's move it down a little bit more. Give this thing enough space to keep bouncing here. There we go. So this will be a green trade. Just a question of how big of a green trade, because I don't know how much this might want to go up. Therefore, logic says I don't know how much of a winning trade this will be. Come on. Get through that yellow line. Maybe I just need to delete the yellow line. Will that help? Is that how trading works? If I just delete the yellow line, then it can move easier? Come on, you dirty, dirty piece of garbage. Just give me some kind of move today. You've done nothing but destroyed my soul all day long, Marky. Who's Marky? He is the market maker that lives in the basement of Fort Knox. He controls the whole market. Marky the market maker. Come on, push! Just break through this area. Go! Hello? Go! Sing? No, I'm not in a singing mood. Today is, like I said, destroyed my soul. Come on, push! That stupid yellow line. Who put that there? God, I'm going for more at this point. My first target is up there. Come on. Go! All right, move my stop up some more there. So I guess worst case now, I'm making about 10 points, so that's good. Come on, give me that first target. Go! Zero follow through. Zero follow through. Man, I really thought that would get, but no, just not. I mean, it still may get up there, but this is not the approach that I thought it would take. I thought it was going to get a little bit more jumpy. Come on, hit that first target. You beautiful, beautiful, dirty rat. Don't, okay. I'm sorry that I name called you. I'm sorry. You're beautiful. You smell good. You smell like Axe body spray. Come on. Okay, can you, thank you, brother. Thank you. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And, okay, that was stupid. That was real stupid. Thanks a lot. What just happened? It like spiked down in a half a second and took me out. Whatever. That continues to summarize me in this market right now. Why right now am I wanting to sing "In the Arms of an Angel"? Why do I have like dogs in cages right now? In the arms of, I think because I feel like I'm that dog in the cage. Connor, stop. The next time you describe anything like that, you're so banned. And I got to delete that out. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I know who teaches you that stuff. Please stop listening to that guy, Connor. For anybody with like actual experience, they look at that and they're just like, just a big wedge. A big wedge or a big wedgie? See, this is... I don't know. I just cannot time anything up. And even that now has been a miserable, failed breakout. Again, enough to make money on it, but... What is it that we need to stay away from? Okay, we're not going to turn this into a bash session, so yeah. Taking a break from evals. Last week was a bad week. Yeah, yes. There are a lot. I mean, social media is one thing where in some ways it can make you feel like you are the biggest idiot out there because as you scroll, it seems like everybody's making money because, surprise, surprise, people only like to post gains. But I will say there's people out there struggling. So... Thoughts on Apex? I don't have any thoughts on that. I use Take Profit Trader. I don't really, I don't understand all the rules. So yeah, I'm the last person. Again, I have a code with Apex, but I recommend Take Profit Trader. Sounds like Lori. What do I mean by that, Clay? Well, you can't use words like that, this, it, yes on a live stream. Because by the time you hear what I'm saying, I've said that in my world like 4 seconds ago, and I keep talking. So you've got to be very specific. So when you say, what do you mean by that, Clay? I don't know what that you've got to do. Don't avoid words that, like that or this. Or if I ask a question, just don't say yes. Say yes and then say what you're answering yes to. I do understand in your world, you just heard me say something, so you're typing a response to that. But in my world, because of the delay, I said that a while ago. Don't short yet. Wait to see if it can hold. Wow? So Dak KC Life, he has a universal trade rules out there. Okay, his strategy I guess applies to everybody. Crazy. I always thought trading was like unique person to person to person, but maybe not. Clay, do you put people in timeout for 24 hours and then have them bring back? Well, no, I don't have to bring them back. It's just if they're in timeout for 24 hours, then they're untimed out after 24 hours. So no, I don't have to bring them back. Your glasses are fitted. No, they're like pieces of. Oh no, actually they're not pieces. They're cheap from Amazon, but they work. What was that comment for? Because you're speaking as if you speak for everybody. That's why. You're suffering right now, Dak KC Life, as from what we call around here, the world revolves around me-itis. Like you are projecting your analysis onto everybody as if everybody trades exactly like you do. That's what I'm saying. Hence you currently suffering from the world revolves around me-itis. Boom, like I said. All right, somebody banned the dude's not banned. Give him a timeout. He's one of these I told you so people. And there's no more obnoxious people than I told you so. So Dak KC Life, give him a timeout at your discretion, whatever you think it should be. Again, there's no more, like, the biggest sign that you have lack of situational awareness is to be I told you so person on a live stream. Because the awareness that you lack is quite literally, you may be saying the price is going to do X, Y, Z, and somebody else at the same time is saying, well, the price is going to do X, Y, or A, B, C. So one of those things is going to happen. Therefore, one of those people is going to be able to say to the live streamer, see, I told you so. Which is why it's so annoying and obnoxious. So situational awareness, folks. It's a good character trait to have. I'm coding a bot to trade like Clay. Okay, well, yeah. I think you trade better in the morning. Yes, I've addressed this topic about 40 times today. Again, then why are you trading right now, Clay? Because this is not, as I mentioned, there are 3 components going on. Live streaming is fun. It is fun. It's fun to goof around with people, and it's crazy in my mind that I can be hanging around with somebody in Zimbabwe right now. So it's fun. So we have fun, we have trade, and we have business. This is also a business. How do I blend these 3 together? It's a fine balancing act. So no, this is not strictly fun. No, this is not strictly trade in the sense of, am I being like the most responsible, disciplined trader? No, I am maybe kind of sort of sometimes putting on trades because I've learned that like when I put on trades, viewer numbers go up. Is that actually going on from time to time? Yes, it is. But I am also trying to be responsible. So it is a fine blending of those 3 things. Now, I don't know if all live streamers are that blunt, but like you don't start a live stream out of the goodness of your heart, okay? You do start it because you have ambitions. Maybe I can monetize this thing. And fantastic. As somebody that is a believer of multiple streams of income, fantastic. But that I will tell you, there becomes a conflict between entertainment, the business aspect of it, and responsible trading. They butt heads. They butt heads. But it's also fun. That's why I do this. It's fun. But it's not strictly because it's fun. But even if it were, I mean, I have 6 kids. So I do have actually responsibilities. Where I would argue would make me a deadbeat dad if I'm like, I'm going to go take 4 hours out of my schedule to do something that has zero monetary value. I don't think, now if I'm a singular guy and I can use time, then who cares? So it's a balancing act. And I've always been straightforward about it, and I'll continue to be straightforward about it. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to talk about Pam's plant. I'm here to put on some trades. I'm here to just goof around with people around the world. So if you're gonna code a bot that trades like me based off this, just keep in mind there are three different things that I'm trying to balance all at once. Clay, what are your hobbies? My family, I guess, at this point. Like I said, I have 6 kids. So anybody with kids, you know what I mean. When you selling the Greek god calendar, it'll just be a foot calendar. It'll just be pictures of my feet. That comes out, I think, a couple of months. I have, okay. I thought for a second. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, no, 100, gotcha. No, I graduated from Ohio State, so I'm an Ohio State sports fan. I have one son and almost fainted at the thought of, oh, no. No. There's no dull moments. Stop. Hey, night bulb audio. I have room for a lot of things. One thing I have no room for is somebody that is a dirty rat liar. And for you to act like you don't want a calendar of my feet, it's just a bold-faced lie. I can't put up with that. So this will be your first and only warning. If you're going to be a dog-faced pony soldier liar like that, I can't have it, okay? Can't have it. Don't act like you would not be the first one in line to buy the calendar of my feet. I can't put up with liars. Are you the type of guy that wakes up to milk? Someday, yeah. That's what we're building right now. We're building a homestead. I know a lot of traders like to post pictures of their car. I can't wait to post pictures of the dozen eggs I just collected. Of my chicken shack. Is that what they're called? Chicken coop. See, I'm a newbie. Chicken coop. I got you. All right, I appreciate your honesty. What's the strategy for prop firm extraction? Good grief. Good grief. Stop. Stop thinking that trading is easy. Stop. Stop behaving as if you go to Walmart to pick out a prop firm extraction strategy located on aisle 37. Good grief. Bradley pre-ordered the calendar. See, Bradley's not a liar. All right, sounds like Lori, go ahead and ban them. They've been here before. I don't know, put them in timeout. Sounds like Lori, pretty sure they've been here before. Just give them a timeout. Trading consistently is that, yeah, it's definitely not easy. It's definitely not easy. All right, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and call it good. On your way out, for those of you that enjoy, want to help support the stream, as this is totally viewer supported. There's no sponsorships or anything like that. Got to use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I recommend Take Profit Trader. But like I said, totally viewer supported. Maybe someday we'll get some sponsorships. But as of now, if you do want the stream to continue, then you got to use code CLAY, all caps. And you guys have been doing that, and I appreciate it. Hence, the stream has continued and will continue. So as much as I do love doing this, it's fun to goof around. There does still have to be that business component to it too, because like I said, as we were just talking about, I do have real life responsibilities that I'm trying to provide for people in my real life too. So I know that rubs some people the wrong way. They expect everybody to do everything for free, and if that's you, I don't know. I guess you just want me to be a deadbeat father that pulls 4 hours out of his day to do nothing of monetary value. But like I said, if you enjoy, you want to help support it, code CLAY, all caps. On your way out, make sure to hit that like button. Please hit the like button. We're at 299. Do we have somebody out there that will be my knight in shining armor and push us to 300? Yeah, who's going to be my knight in shining armor? There's no way I'm letting this stop at 299. That's just craziness. Do we have a knight in shining armor for me? Okay, there we go. There we go. 300. Thank you. Whoever was 300, I thank you. You are indeed my knight in shining armor. I appreciate that. But yeah, if you are not yet a subscriber, make sure you subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. But crazy day today. My cold streak continues. That was fun, though, when that news came out. So we'll see how things continue to play out. But take care, everybody. Have a good one. Like I said, code Clay, all caps. Make sure to hit that like button. Take care and have a good one.